course, buddy.
Thanks,
You too. You're looking live at Cougar Stadium here on a beautiful Saturday, Veterans Day, as College of the Canyons and Ventura hook it up one more time in an old rivalry in the final game of the SCFA football season here in 2023. Alongside the Director of Public Relations and Sports Information, Jesse Munoz, here for College of the Canyons. I'm Matt Robinson. So glad to have you along here on the Cougar Sports Network, and for the first time live on SCV TV as well. We are so excited to have you here with us for what we hope will be a really, really good game today, Jesse.
Yeah, Matt, this is one of those ones you circle on your calendar at the beginning of every season, because this is oftentimes what it all comes down to. This rivalry, this battle of the 126. Pirates and Cougars under the lights. Cougar Stadium couldn't be better.
Well, it doesn't really come all down to this year for College of the Canyons at 5-4. They still have something to play for. They can try and spoil a perfect league season for Ventura, who currently is 6-0 on the year. Cougars kind of limping into this game a little bit, alternating wins and losses over their last four. Their last time out, a loss to Bakersfield, 35-21. But don't let that fool you at all. Coach Ted Iacenda has a plan, has his team ready to go, and we're going to talk about Coach here for a second. It's just another wonderful season for him, even though maybe the record's not quite where he'd like it to be. Picked up his 70th win all time, and the numbers Coach so proud of. We always talk about him constantly talking about the ability to get players out, get players on to the next level. 4 conference title, 21 all-state selections, 106 SCFA, all SCFA selections, and 164-year transfers. That's the big number for Coach Iacenda.
Absolutely. You talk about this program, you talk about Coach I, and it's about getting guys in, getting them to the next level. We sent 20 individuals from last year's team alone And each and every year, it's a smattering of players across the country, across all Power 5 divisions. And, and from there, progressing who knows where. There's guys playing in the pros, playing in leagues around the world. And so, again, a point of pride here for the Cougars and all of us at College of the Canyons.
And it's not just players from maybe outside the area. The focus is for College of the Canyons to try and get players from inside the Santa Clarita Valley. And two of them have made a big impact this year, both from Golden Valley. As you look, Johnny Smith and Carlos Mesa have been impressive for College of the Canyons so far this year. Smith, with 13 pass breakups, leads the team. He's third in the state of California on that. 29 tackles, fourth on the team, and one interception, second on the team. On the other side, Carlos Mesa leads the team in tackles with 42. 32 of those solo tackles just shows you how hard he is to get by. A couple of tackles for a loss and a fumble recovery, both big-time players on the defensive side for COC.
You said it, big-time players, and players that have a nose for the ball you're going to see tonight are often right where the action is, in perfect position. That comes from coaching, that comes from preparedness each and every day out there on the practice field. But like you said, Matt, it's always exciting to see the local talent come here and shine. You see them shine under the Friday night lights. You transfer that over to Saturday at Cougar Stadium. We could not be more excited to have those young men here representing our program.
Those two certainly make a big impact on the defensive side. On the offensive side, the Cougars a little shorthanded without Joshua Clark today, but they do get Malik Brooks back, so that will help on the offensive side. Let's flip it over to Ventura, who comes in today, as we said, 6-0 in conference play or league play, 7-2 overall, and a lot of that really attributed to their big offensive line, who has been so very good this year. They've only given up 4 sacks on the season. They have 2 players that are nearly 1,000-yard rushers, and so the offensive line really drives the bus for that Ventura offense, which is one of the best in the state this year.
No, you said it. Anyone that has played this game, that watches this game closely, knows that the battle is won or lost in the trenches, and for this Ventura team, it's been that offensive line leading the way. Impressive stats from their run game. And, I know just as being a former offensive lineman, that's a fun brand of football to play when you get to line up, put your hand on the ground, and try and move the body in front of you and produce for your offense. So, again, should be a fun one to watch. We'll see if College of the Canyons is up for that challenge tonight.
Yeah, those two big guys, Jalen Thompson and Lamonte James, both very tough to stop on the ground, thanks in part to that offensive line. Chris Irvin, their quarterback, very good as well. So Ventura, a top 10 offense in the state of California. The plus side for COC, the defense for Ventura, not very good. So maybe we're looking at a little bit of a shootout game here today. We'll have to wait and see, as it should be a good one. We're going to send it down to the field as we're about to get ready for the coin toss. Very special Veterans Day coin toss coming for us here from Cougar Stadium.
Tom Williamson, retired U.S. naval officer and pilot who flew the E-2C Hawkeye off aircraft carriers for half of his 22-year naval career. Tom, who is being escorted by the Chick-fil-A cow, is the owner-operator of Chick-fil-A in Valencia, a proud partner of Canyons football throughout the season.
What would you like to do? You're going to receive, okay?
We'd like to defer defending the scoreboard.
Let's defer, and we'd like to kick from the clock.
Yes, sir.
Kick from the clock, all right? College of the Canyons has won the toss and elected to receive.
The Cougars have won the toss.
Ventura will kick from the clock. Gentlemen, let's shake hands. Have a great game.
At this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats and welcome COC alum, current Cal State Northbridge student, singer-songwriter Alexis Spitzer, being accompanied by the color guard from the Santa Clarita Recruiting Office to help us honor America with her performance of our national anthem.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Alexa.
Cougar Stadium, a beautiful national anthem here from Cougar Stadium, and we are ready to go. The Cougars won the toss and elected to receive, Jesse. So Ventura will kick off from the scoreboard side of the field to our right here on camera. Interesting that Coach Ted Iacenda and the Cougars deciding we want the football to start.
Yeah, I took the words right out of my mouth because traditionally Coach Iacenda is known to defer, prefers the ball at the second half, but I think this is one of those opportunities where a rivalry game like this, you want the opportunity to get the ball in your hands, get your offense out on the field, establish a rhythm, and then take it from there. So we'll see how it works out for Coach I and the Cougars tonight.
Cougars in their grays with blue numbers, yellow trim, some yellow striping on the shoulder, and the familiar COC blue helmets with that brand new stripe we added to it this year. Ventura, white from head to toe except for their helmets, which are in black with that menacing Ventura pirate up on there in silver, as they will kick off actually towards the scoreboard. The official gave us the wrong directions when he said it. So, hey, that's what happens. So the Cougars will likely send back Travis Royal, Donray Hall to receive. And actually, it looks like Bryce Dixon and Linda Rivera going back to receive. Interesting. First time we've really seen that this year, as they don't really get a lot of touches on the receiving end.
No, and I think that, at this point of the season, final game, you want to get everybody out there and involved. You want to get as many guys on tape as you can. And again, Matt, you know, a rivalry game like this, nothing wrong with pulling out some tricks, adding some wrinkles to the playbook. And like I said, these are two top-notch and well-prepared, well-coached programs. So sometimes you do have to change things up a little bit and trying to establish that edge.
And they did get it right on the official side, so we've
They
switched
heard
hands.
you up here in
I
the booth.
was gonna say, what did Dan Fouts say in the Waterboy all the time? Last game of the season, no holding back now, right?
Exactly. You got to leave it all out on the field here. And again, one of those rivalry games. If you can't get up and can't get excited for this one, then hey, I don't know what to tell you. So this is going to be fun.
Kicker for Ventura is Ryan Pimentel, as he will start us off here from the Ventura 35, as Dixon and Rivera standing back at their own 5-yard line, as we are just about ready to get underway here on a beautiful Veterans Day from Santa Clarita. As the kick is end over end, Rivera going to catch it at about the 15-yard line and take it from there right up the middle. Had a couple of blockers out in front, got drugged down at about the 35. Nice job coming in for Ventura that time on the tackle was Cole Wallace. And the Cougars will start 1st and 10 with pretty good field position here on their first drive of the ballgame.
And Matt, the intensity starts right from the opening kickoff. You can already see guys out there flying around, jumping up. You know, maybe a little bit of John already. You know, we talked about it already, the rivalry, but the emotion that goes with a game like this. These are players that play in the same geographical vicinity, probably know each other, have played against each other in high school and now community college. And so, again, a lot of relationships, a lot of storylines to follow out there.
Emery Floyd is the quarterback for COC this year, 96 of 197 for 1,559 yards, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Those 3 interceptions coming in the last 3 weeks as he's looking for a shot on the first play of the game. Downfield, there's some contact at about the 20, but no flag as they say it was overthrown, looking for Rivera downfield.
Yeah, Rivera, one of those weapons, had a big game last week, and you see Emery Floyd looking to him early and often. And, Matt, that's exactly what we talked about. Coach I wanted the ball in his hands, took that first shot. You're going to see it here on the replay. A little bit of contact down the field. Not enough to draw the flag, I guess, but you still like the mentality, you like the play call of going down the field here early.
So we'll go 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 35 of COC. Brooks is the feature back. He'll take the handoff. Little counter dive back to his left, right up the middle. Has enough for a first down as he's brought down from behind by Ben Hall, who has 46 tackles on the year out of Ventura, California, St. Bonaventure High School.
Yeah, Malik Brooks, you're going to see how it just kind of comes together here. He's one of those runners that has a tendency to slash and fight, get upfield. You know, had to miss a little bit of time earlier in the season, but back tonight and looks like he's picking up right where he left off.
You'll notice Bryce Dixon actually in the slot for COC in those bright pink gloves at the bottom of your screen. He's the backup QB, but he's been slotted into a receiver position this week for College of the Canyons as he's going to get the reception right here. Tries to spin, Rivera trying to block out for him. He gets up to the 49-yard line, a little gain of 3. That'll bring 2nd down and 7 for COC.
Yeah, Dixon, you know, you talk about it might be a little odd to see him in that position, not under center. But one of those guys that's just that good of an athlete, you can really spread him out, use that athleticism in a number of ways. And for the Cougars this week, you know, by matter of need or by matter of adding that wrinkle, this is where he finds himself.
Certainly can't miss him in the bright pink gloves. This will go 2nd down and 7. Floyd in the backfield sends Brooks out of the backfield. Will throw on a little swing pass, trying to find some blockers, still working, can't get to midfield. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll bring a 3rd and long for COC. Just underway, a little under a minute and a half in.
Matt, you know, we're going to talk about here, you see Malik Brooks catching the ball out of the backfield, can run, can catch, can do a lot of things. The other thing, talking about Bryce Dixon, what that does, you know, again, presents an opportunity to get some trickery in there, a la Taysom Hill or, you know, one of those skill set type players that has the ability to run, pass, throw.
Rivera, the wide man on the near side for COC, as we'll go 3rd and 7. 3 receivers for the Cougars, actually 4, as they'll send a 4th out of a bunch. Floyd going to tuck it here. He's going to run, cuts back across the 50, has the first down as he's able to spin outside of Spencer McKelligan for a first down across midfield to the 40-yard line of Ventura.
And that's just a tremendous job by Floyd, making the most out of that play, getting to the corner. And, you know, again, another one of those runners that isn't afraid to have the ball in his hands, matriculating upfield, even if he has to take a hit. You know, he'll do anything to get that first down, and it worked out for him right there.
Solid run for Emory Floyd. 102 attempts on the year, just 297 yards, but he's got 10 touchdowns on the ground. Shows you he can run. He'll pitch this time to Brooks, trying for his left. He has the corner, and he's got enough for a first down across the 31 to the 30-yard line. So the Cougars moving the ball nicely here on their first drive. And that we talked about in the open, Jesse, was going to be what COC's offense needed to do, is this is a Ventura defense that gives up about 30 points per game.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you want to have those prolonged drives. You want to be able to get everybody involved. And you see Malik Brooks just hitting the jets here a little bit, gets to the outside, gets around his man. Enough for the first down. The Cougars here in business on their opening drive.
So 1st and 10 for COC from the Ventura 31-yard line. As Floyd in the backfield with Brooks to his right. He'll take the direct snap and hand to Brooks. Little counter back to his right. Wrapped up as McClendon, McClingon and Ben Hall were both there to make the tackle.
Yeah, nice job there by the Pirates there. Kind of sniffed that one out where they're waiting for him. But again, you know, you can expect to see a lot of Brooks, a lot of ins, a lot of outs, you know, flashing them out, getting them in space, and he can also take it right up the middle. So this is something that Ventura defense is going to have to be prepared for throughout.
Yeah, the Cougars this year only averaging 169 yards on the ground. That's 18th best in the state. Ventura giving up about 179 yards a game, which is 55th in the state. So you can see that matchup kind of starting to play out here early on, Jesse, as we go 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard gain from the 28. Floyd to throw out to the left. Pass is caught and then held out with one hand by Damon Barkus. A little dangerous there from Barkus, but he gets a couple of yards, and it'll bring up 3rd and about half the chains here for COC.
Yeah, you're going to have to see. He comes back to the ball a little bit while reeling that one in, and then a nice job hanging on to it. Again, the Pirates defenders are right where they need to be. Floyd just finding his men with just enough space to get the completion and bringing up a key 3rd down here.
3rd and about half the chains. 4 minutes off the first quarter game clock here as we're just ticking inside 11 minutes, inside the 11-minute mark. Floyd gets the line to move. They're going to change the play at the line of scrimmage for COC. Still 10 on the play clock for the Cougars to work. 3 receivers out to the near side. Rivera, the wide man on the near side. Floyd needs to get this play off, running out of time with just 3. He'll step back, a little 3-step drop, looking to his left the whole way. Now he's going to tuck it and run, look for the first down. Had a block from Bryce Dixon, but he never quite got to the line of scrimmage. Did they give it to him? Looks like they did. They gave him the 21, and that's what he needed.
That would be a healthy spot. I mean, because he was right around the area, but same with you, man. I wasn't sure if he got north-south enough. The officials did, and they moved the chains. I want to say again about Floyd, he's one of those individuals that is not afraid to stand in the pocket. You've seen him take some hits. You've seen him pop right up after them. But I think also most impressive, he's got a quick first step. And if he sees that opening, he will take it.
So another first down for COC as they're matriculating the ball down the field at this point in time. 1st and 10 from the Ventura 21-yard line, just outside the red zone. Floyd to throw. Has good protection. Now needs to escape the pocket. Still looking. He's going to dive around one man across the 20 to the 15. Still on his feet, and he takes a big hit across the Ventura sideline. Coming across to lay the wood on him was Messiah Jones, but Floyd has another first down.
Impressive run, a lot of zigs, a lot of zags you're going to see here on this replay. Comes back, nice job by the offensive line hanging in there. But again, Emory Floyd not afraid to take that hit. You're going to see he takes a pop right here, boom. Bounces right back up to the huddle, ready to line up and do it again. That's a nice job, young man.
1st and goal from the 8 for COC inside the red zone for the first time today with 9:32 on the first quarter game clock. So a nice, long, healthy, sustained drive here for the Cougars. Now they got to try and put points on the board. Brooks switches sides. He's going to be on Floyd's right. 3 receivers out to the near side. Floyd to throw. Looking end zone. Was trying for Bryce Dixon. Thought he got wrapped around a little bit. As out in coverage, it looked like it was Ledesma, I think, in the coverage for Ventura.
Yeah, you see Dixon. He's going to kind of hold up here on the end of this route, thinking he might have drawn something. And that's twice now that maybe we thought we saw something, but the officials content to let them play. And, you know, I like that. It's a rivalry game. It's week 10. Let's let these guys go out and battle it out.
So 2nd and goal from the 8. It was Khalil Reed out in coverage, actually, for Ventura on that one. The sophomore out of Baltimore, Maryland. Give him another pass breakup on the year, because that'll be his 3rd as we go to work on 2nd and goal. Floyd to throw. Quick pass, and that one's in the dirt. Nothing that Bryce Dixon could do. He kind of tried to sidearm it, Jesse, as he had a man coming at him.
Yeah, like you said, just kind of rushed that one a little bit, never got to him. It's unfortunate because there was a little bit of space there, And now if you're College of the Canyons, all the third downs are key in a type of game like this, but you really want to get points on the game. You do not want to have a sustained drive come up empty, especially against this Pirate offense, who we have not even seen yet.
So 3rd and 8 for COC, 3rd and goal for COC. From the 8-yard line, I should say, is Floyd. Going to move the pocket immediately on the snap to his right, looking towards the end zone the whole way. Runs into his own man. There's going to be a flag on the play for holding on COC. Likely going to go against Malik Brooks, I believe, as he kind of tugged a guy down to the floor.
Yeah, you like the showcase of strength, but it was just kind of an unfortunate set of circumstances. Ended up having to sling his man to the ground. And it right into his quarterback, drew the flag.
Yeah, it was the white hat throwing the flag, so it was easily seen.
You got him.
So get the number here.
Holding on the offense, number 8. A penalty is declined. 4th down.
And so Ventura declines it, so the Cougars going to send the punt or the field goal unit out here. So Asa Johnson going to come in for the field goal. 4 of 9 on the year, as long as 43, so this will be well inside of that, as the Cougars trying to put points on the board here on their first drive.
And again, an interesting decision to decline. You think you might want to back them up, but at the same time, probably don't want to give Emory Floyd and company another shot at this thing.
It'll be a 27-yard field goal, we'll say, as they'll put it down right about the 17-yard line. Kick is up from Johnson, and it is no good, wide right. So Ventura gets a stop, as the Cougars can't convert from the 8-yard line, and we will stay 0-0 after the first 5-6 minutes and change here.
Yeah, and that strategy worked out for Ventura. You decline the penalty, you make them force the issue there, and College of the Canyons coming away empty-handed. You can see a little bit of discontent from that offensive unit as they come off the field. Again, a tremendous start offensively. You kind of got your guys involved. You're able to move down the field and be in striking distance. To come away empty-handed has got to feel a little disappointing.
So it's an 11-play drive that goes up empty for COC. And we'll see Chris Irvin and the Ventura offense for the first time here today. This offense can really fly. They'll hand the ball off a lot. The first give is, I believe, to Jalen Thomas, who's one of their 2 backs up near 1,000 yards on the year. We talked about in the pregame, Jalen Thomas, Lamonte James, 851 yards, 918 yards, respectively.
Yeah, this Cougar defensive front's going to have their work cut out for them all night. You already see it's a pretty good job right there, getting a body on the ball carrier and then waiting for your buddies to come join you.
They'll give it to Thompson again. The Cougars try and wrap him up. There's a couple of bodies there. First man in on contact looked like Del Monte Barnes, but Ventura has a first down. So they move the chains quickly here on just their second play, and they're already up to the Ventura 30-yard line.
Yeah, Barnes, one of those guys, kind of carved out a role for himself out there. Also saw Kano Mahundro bouncing around that one.
Irvin to throw here on 1st and 10. Rolls the pocket, throws underneath. Pass juggled but caught. Picked up by Matthew Carpenter-Rio, and he's got about 7 yards. And we'll call it second down. Actually, we'll call it 6 yards. We'll call it second down at 4.
Yeah, nice play call there. Nice scheme to get your guy open in the middle. Cougars did a nice job peeling off those other routes and getting back to the ball carrier.
They'll give once again, this time to Thompson. He's able to split a couple of defenders, falls across the 40-yard line, out to the 43-yard line, and another first down. He's so hard to bring down, just falls forward the whole way.
Yeah, and you see those big bodies there right in front of him, kind of leading the way. And, again, College of the Canyons is going to have to find a way to counter that. Ventura on the move here a little bit.
They're going to go 5 wide here as they swing Thompson out to the near side at the bottom of your screen. So Irvin, the only man in the backfield here, takes the snap, 5-step drop, looking over the middle. Pass is caught. Across the 45 to the 50-yard line is Caleb Alvery. Alvery this year just 10 receptions for 83 yards. Not necessarily Irvin's favorite target, but he's got enough for about 7 yards, a nice little game.
And you see Ventura here content to just kind of work over the middle of the field, those short to intermediate routes. I thought they had a man open streaking down, but opted for the other way.
Hand off to Thompson once again, right up the middle, brought down. Carlos Rivera able to get a handle on him. Keeps him a yard short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Carlos Rivera, that big body up front, clogging things up, and that's what it's going to take for this defensive unit. Coach Corbett's got a lot of guys he can cycle in and out of there, and it looks like that's already the case.
So we'll go 3rd and 1 here. They need the COC 48. They'll have it and more across the 40 to the 30. Thompson still on his feet. Brought down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. Is able to come across and make a tackle was Jarian Dorsey, but a Ventura first down on a huge chunk run.
Yeah, and that's one of the most disheartening things for this defense. I mean, you get them to a third down, a 3rd and 1, and then to have them pop off a big play like that, just a well-executed, able to get the ball carried to the outside. Now Ventura right in striking distance.
We'll see Lamonte James for the first time today as he's the feature back now inside the 15-yard line. So Ventura in the red zone, spotted at the 12, 1st and 10, so they can get a first down here. They'll hand off to, actually they'll keep it with Irvin, and he'll just get to the 10-yard line. Irvin, not a lot of runs this year, just 34 carries, 115 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's really a good thrower of the football, 145 for 213, which are top 25 in the state of California.
Yeah, didn't get much out of that one, but I did like the play call, the misdirection, and you got to be keying on those 2 running backs, so why not let the QB keep it for once?
Irvin to throw here, has some pressure, brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Able to get to him that time for COC was Joseph Marsh, his 7th sack of the year, which leads the team.
Joseph Marsh, he's one of those big-time playmakers for the Cougars and coming up with a play when they need it the most. This is a tremendously athletic young man, has a knack to get into the quarterback, not only with the sacks, but the tackles for loss all year long. One of those bright spots on this defense. Continue to see big things from him.
So 3rd and 16, Ventura needs the College of the Canyons 2-yard line here, as they're pushed all the way back to the 19, still inside the red zone. Irvin changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Still 5 on the play clock as he has James to his right this time. Takes the direct snap. Going to move the pocket, pitch to James. There's all sorts of room to run. He'll get to the end zone. Falls over the top of a Cougar. In for a Ventura Pirate touchdown.
Yeah, you're going to see just the, basic option pass here. The College of Canyons had no outside contain. Once he got outside that end, he was off and running. And that's something, again, that you're either going to have to play a more disciplined brand. You can't get upfield, especially with a set of running backs with that type of burst. You're either going to have to set the edge or have someone there behind you for support. Wasn't working that time for the Cougars.
For Lamonte James, his 10th touchdown of the year. He's top 12 in the state of California in touchdowns. The point after try from Pimentel is good. He's 38 of 40 on the year. And Ventura has a 7-0 lead as they march down the field on their first drive of the ball game. It's a 92-yard drive for Ventura as they march down and finish it off on a 19-yard Lamonte James touchdown run to make it 7-0.
And that's the key, Matt. They finished it off. It was a quick drive. They were able to get some plays. Brief setback on the Marsh sack, but answered right back and found the end zone. And again, for College of the Canyons, you flip, you compound the 2 disappointments. You come down here and you get away empty-handed. You come up with a play. You think you maybe have stymied them a little bit, and then they turn right around and score. So, still early, still time to refocus and, kind of find your groove. But College of the Canyons, you got to do so sooner rather than later.
Call it 10 plays, 80 yards actually as they started at the 20-yard line. 3:46 off the clock for Ventura, but that shows you how good this Ventura offense really can be. As a steady diet of runs and they march it down the field. So they'll kick it off here with 5:04 to go in the first quarter and a 7-0 lead. Rivera gonna take this one at the 10-yard line and bring it out from there. Cuts right to the middle of the field, tries to get outside the hash on the left side, and he's brought down from behind at about the 25, we'll call it the 27-yard line, and the Cougars will take over their 1st and 10 on their second offensive drive of the ball game.
And so, Matt, interested to see how the Cougars come out here. They took the first shot, and after that it was a lot of Emery Floyd juking and jiving and doing his thing. Would really like to see the run game get established, whether that's Malik Brooks, whether that's Donovan Dunn, or one of the host of other athletes that have been, earning carries throughout the season. And especially against this, you saw this Ventura team come out and score rather quickly, get a chunk play of their own. I think it's time for Canyons to try and answer back.
They'll go with 3 wide here on first down from their own 27-yard line with Brooks in the backfield. They'll throw. Little sidearm pass to Dixon caught. Give him 4, maybe 5 yards. We'll call it 4 yards. It's 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, not a lot of yardage, but I think more importantly, you get a catch under his belt. You continue to establish that, hey, we're going to go to you, Bryce. I mean, you may be new to this role, but you're out there, so I'm going to look for you. And again, you see him shifting to the other side of the formation. That's, again, something the Pirates are going to have to account for.
Little bunch formation this time for COC. They'll pitch to Malik Brooks. He's trying to get the edge. We'll cut it back inside across the 35. Brought down at we'll say the 36, about a yard short of a first down. So it'll bring 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, that's a nice little scamper. And you know, I think the funniest part, look at Bryce Dixon out there throwing blocks. This is a guy that's a quarterback for the first 8-9 games of the season, and he's out there getting dirty and getting into it. Love to see that.
And remember, he's been pressing in that position because Joshua Clark, who's had an active role over the last few weeks out of the run game, is out here today, not in the lineup. So that's a tough loss for COC. But now you press Bryce Dixon in, just shows you how good of an athlete the young man is out of Quartz Hill High School. As they'll give to Brooks here on 3rd down. He's got the edge. He's got enough for a first down across the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll spot him right on the 40. So the Cougars doing a nice job on the ground, moving the ball. 3:45 to go here in the first quarter. Still 7-0 Ventura.
Yeah, that'll work. You move the chains, and you continue to pound that left side of the formation. And just, you know, Cougars probably see something they like there. You know, watch out for them to wrinkle it and throw it back the other way.
And Ventura out there in a nickel defense package, excuse me. As they have 5 defensive backs out on the field, just 2 linebackers, 4-man front for Ventura here. There's 2 backs in the backfield for COC this time on first down. Floyd to throw, a little screen play underneath. Pass is caught by Uridel. He's up across the 50-yard line as he gets to midfield for a first down. And Jared Uridel, the tight end out of Fillmore, California, has one of his first receptions of the year.
Yeah, another one of those guys, you know, you say it's week 10, it's now or never. Get out there and let's see what you can do. And he answered his first opportunity with the ball. So they'll also like to see that. And again, Floyd, that's another weapon now that he's got a little bit more confidence, will look to go toward a little bit more often.
They switch out the tight ends as it's actually Staples now in the slot this time. Floyd to throw under pressure, heaves it downfield. It's going to be slightly underthrown, but there's going to be a flag as running over Lyndon Rivera down at the 9-yard line was the defensive back that time, Nolan Forsha, and it'll be pass interference on Ventura and a Cougar first down.
You know, Rivera would probably prefer to have that catch, but you still take the yardage all the same, and that's the second deep shot they've gone to
Pass
Rivera
interference, defense, number 15-yard penalty, first down.
They actually credited it to Jalen Wesley, the defensive back out of Calabasas, the sophomore. So the Cougars will move it up all the way down to the Ventura 35-yard line. So once again, the Cougars in plus territory here as you take another look.
And another nice job by Floyd kind of hanging in there. A lot of activity down the end of that play. A lot of bodies flying around. The officials were right there to call it.
Cougars looking at the sidelines here, looking for a play. Floyd, as we said, has done a good job throwing the ball this year. Didn't have any interceptions over his first 6 games, but he's had 3 over the last 3. Trying to do a better job of handling the ball here late in the season. As he's got a first down from the 35-yard line, he's going to take it on a direct QB keeper. Just a draw play right up the middle. It gets to the 30-yard line. Had to hold on to it as Wesley was trying to rip it out of his hands, but he gets about 4 or 5.
He's a tough kid. Like I said, you know, not afraid to run. I can already tell right now he's playing with a heightened sense of emotion and urgency here. You know, again, you're College of the Canyons. You want this game. You want to help try to spoil the Ventura season. And so I have a feeling these guys are going to leave everything out there tonight.
5 wide again for COC, offside on Ventura, so a free play thrown over the middle, pass caught, Malik Brooks, and he's into the end zone for a COC touchdown!
And almost on cue, Emory Floyd and company responds. Malik Brooks showcasing that athleticism, run, catch, do whatever you need me to do, and I'm going to get in the end zone. That's a nice pitch and catch for the Cougars.
On the defense, number 41. That penalty is declined.
We'll wait for the official call just to make sure we're all clear here. But College of the Canyons on the board, making this a ball game here in the final minutes of the first quarter. Emory Floyd, like I said, hung in there again on that play and was able to find his man for the end zone. Nice job.
Point after try from Asa Johnson. Up, and this time is dead down the middle through. Keeps him perfect on the year at 33 for 33. The Cougars have evened the game at 7-all on a 30-yard touchdown strike from Emory Floyd to Malik Brooks to make it 7-all.
And that's exactly what you needed, Matt. You know, we talked about the disappointment there, both sides of the ball. To come back and rally the troops and answer with that was tremendous. And again, just can't, you know, nice protection up front. Floyd doing his job scampering around. And, you can't say enough about this offensive unit kind of just putting it all together when they got down there in the red zone.
And that's exactly what they needed for Emory Floyd, his 10th touchdown pass of the year. For Malik Brooks, it's his first touchdown reception of the season coming in the 10th game. Surprisingly, only his third touchdown all year long. Really hasn't had a lot of opportunities to get into the end zone on the ground. He does most of the work, and then Emory Floyd takes it from there.
Yeah, you're right. Emory Floyd has been the beneficiary of a few short touchdown runs. Not taking anything away from him by any means, but yeah, Brooks been one of those middle of the field guys, helping it get down there in striking distance.
So Amari Cargo, one of the 2 men back for Ventura, as they have a host of return men. It's going to be Cargo to take this one from the 5-yard line. He'll bring it out from there on the right hash, and he's brought down at about the 25 by a gang tackle from COC, as it'll be Ventura's ball from about the 25 here on what is their second drive of the ball game.
And again, Matt, I think it bears repeating. You just see, even on the special teams plays, these guys are out there running, sprinting around, bouncing around, laying hats. And it's got to be just, that rivalry week feeling, that week 10 feeling. Like, let's go out there, let's leave it all, let's play for each other. And this I promise, and let's go.
So we'll see Ventura for the second time on the offensive side. Last time marched down the field in 3 minutes and 49 seconds and scored a touchdown as they go back to work here on their second drive. They'll run a little RPO, and the Cougars scout it well that time. Coming up to make the tackle for COC was Kane Omohundro, the first man in on contact. Had some extra help there as well.
Omohundro, joined by his buddy Timothy Jackson out of Birmingham Charter. Both there, right there to make the stop. And again, he continues to build. Little things become big things. You continue to build on these stops and those powerful hits.
So a 3-yard loss for Ventura on that play. They'll give this time plenty of room for James as he dives up the middle. He's got a nice chunk. Give him about 6 yards. They'll spot him at about the 28-yard line. Still going to be a 3rd and long here for Ventura, and this is where, if you're COC, you want to keep the Pirates.
Yeah, you got to get off the field here if you're College of the Canyons. Keep this momentum in your way and give this Cougar Stadium crowd another excuse to stand up and cheer.
3rd and 7 here for Ventura. They have 3 wide and a bunch set on the near side. James, the lone back in the backfield. Irvin to throw. Pass caught. Brought down behind the first down marker is DeAndre Newcomb. And the Cougars able to keep him about 3 yards short, so I believe Ventura will send out the punt unit for the first time today. Irvin's been good so far today passing. He just hasn't had anything long. 4 for 4 so far. Just hasn't been able to get anything downfield.
Yeah, and credit the Cougar defense, doing a nice job containing things. No chunk plays on that. Play penalty-free football right now. And so anxious to get this ball back and see what happens.
Zane Carter, the punter for Ventura, will kick this away. Carter this year, 788 yards punting, averages 37.5 yards, as long as 49, as he stands back inside of his own 20 at about the 18. He'll kick it off towards the far side of the field. Rivera going to let this one bounce. It takes a nice Ventura bounce at about the 30. Rolls inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. That's where the Cougars will take over here in a 7-7 ball game with just 4 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And so College of the Canyons here, you see the big boys getting together in the huddle. You see everyone kind of coming together saying, hey, let's seize this momentum. Let's take this into the second quarter. We got a long way to go, Matt. This has already been a fun one.
Take a look at some of the Cougar faithful here at Cougar Stadium. It's filled out nicely here today for this final home game of 2023. And so far has been a good matchup at 7-all between Ventura and College of the Canyons, as the Cougars will take over on their own 22-yard line here with 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. And they'll come out in a 5-wide set for Emory Floyd, who stands in the backfield by himself, takes the direct snap, no drop, just throws it onto the outside to Malik Brooks. He'll gain maybe 4 yards, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter in a 7-7 ball game. Don't go anywhere, though, folks. The very important thing coming up right now, we actually have a very, very nice presentation for our long time equipment manager Mike Halkovich, who's meant so much to all of us. I knew Mike from back when I was a student athletic trainer here, and we're going to give him a nice little game ball, have a little fun with him here, as I'm sure Mike's a little overwhelmed right now, but he's going to get his time to shine as he is retiring at the end of the year. And they're trying to get him to go out right now, and he won't do it, Jesse.
Well, we thought this might be an issue. Mike Halkovich here, ready to be honored, and you can tell a little bit bashful about it, but can't say enough about what he has meant to our program during his 22-year tenure here. College of the Canyons football and all 17 of the COC athletics programs. And, always humble, always not looking for the recognition.
Nope. And you won't find a nicer guy out there, too. He might hum bum around, too, but Mike is always a good time. We talk a lot of hockey, him and I. We're both LA Kings fans, so we always have fun. Mike always used to give us a hard time when we were in the student training room. Can't say enough about him.
And the inscription on the ball, for those that can't see it at home, Mike was, as this was his last season, was counting down the quarters, how many quarters he has left. So 22 seasons down, 0 quarters to go. Mike Halkovich.
Thank you, Mikey. We always appreciate you. Chuck Lyon down there. Nick Carter was down there. Chad Peters, our athletic director, down there as well. Kind of thanking him for all his years of service here. On second down, the Cougars decide to run the ball with Malik Brooks, and they maybe get a 2-yard gain out to the 29-yard line. I didn't think where the start was. Yeah, it's a 2-yard gain. Look at me. I think I know what I'm talking about.
And so College of the Canyons is going to have to rally here on this drive to continue things going. This has been an interesting back and forth here.
You're still
for these
laughing
two
about
teams.
Mike,
I'm still laughing at Mike a little bit, but again, want to send him an extra salute.
We love him. He's a good dude. False start on COC. The offensive line moving. The ball never got snapped. Masa Palau going to be called for the false start.
Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty.
That,
remains third down.
It's called for the false start play. So it'll be 3rd and 8. The ball will go back to the 24-yard line. The Cougars need to get out to the 32 for a first down here as they go 5 wide here on 3rd and 8. Just underway here in the second quarter in a 7-7 ball game. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage here as the COC offensive coordinator David Banks and Seth Ozaransky have a different idea on what they want to do on this play. And another false start going to be called on COC. Both Bryce Dixon and Malik Brooks started to move at the same time there, Jesse.
Yeah, a little eagerness
false
there
start
from both of them.
On the offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
And they actually got one of the linemen.
They gave it to Oscar Adolfson.
Started to say that's probably not a situation Dixon is used to. Tends to be under center when he's taking those snaps. But again, this point of the field, you don't want to make those mistakes. You certainly don't want to give the ball back to Ventura with any extra advantage tied to it.
So to push the ball all the way back to the COC 19-yard lines. You call it 3rd and 13 now. As now they'll bring Malik Brooks into the backfield as they change the setup here for College of the Canyons. Floyd to throw on 3rd and 13. Going to step up into the pocket. Now he'll tuck it and run. Looking for some room. Dances around one man, but gets brought down from behind by big number 93, James Gillespie, out of Woodbridge, Virginia. It'll leave the Cougars 2 yards short. It was a pretty good run from Emory Floyd.
Yeah, started to say great effort. And again, you're going to see him kind of just survey the field and then take off with it. Comes up just short. Again, credit to the Pirates defense. They're kind of just right where they need to be. And Cougars are going to have to bring out the punt team. Tony Johnson out there doing his thing.
Johnson this year, 1,535 yards, averages 37.4. It's a low snap. Going to be a tough punt for Tony this time. He gets a wobbly one off that's going to go out at about the 40-yard line of COC. The official going to walk it all the way up, or to the 40-yard line of Ventura, and the Pirates will get good field position. I guess you take it. Eli Aragon was back there. He's a pretty good punt returner for Ventura.
Yeah, and, credit to Tony just to be able to scoop that up and get it off. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do, especially when you got a special teams unit bearing down on you. You see him a little slump-shouldered coming off the sideline, but he made the most of it there.
Yeah, Tony's a good kid. He's one of our guys that helps us out here on the Cougar Sports Network a lot. He actually helps with some of the filming for soccer games. Him and Ajani Smith both help out quite often, so can't say enough nice things about Tony, as he's been a pretty solid teammate this year, both on the football field and off it. As on first down, they'll give it to Jalen Thompson. He'll gain 3 yards here from the 40-yard line. They'll actually give him 4. That'll bring up second down and 6.
And that was big number 55, Carlos Meza, making that tackle, who we spotlighted earlier in the game. He's starting to emerge in this one. And look for more plays like that. This is a guy that's got a nose for the ball, always around the action.
So we'll go second down and 6. Irvin to throw. Looks back to his left. Has a man on a little screen. Pass is caught by Newcomb. And he's got enough for a first down across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Cougars, nice job sniffing out that screen. Just enough time to react and get in there. But, you know, it's one of those things where you just got to follow through and end the play.
Here we go on 1st and 10. They'll give this time. Thompson trying to dive through the pile, and a bunch of Cougars there to wrap him up. Ventura trying to push the pile ahead. I think Carlos Mesa was in there once again.
Yeah.
Carlos Rivera might have been there.
Yeah, I would not doubt it. Like we said, I mean, this is a guy that's flying around now. And, the Pirates already at midfield. College of the Canyon's going to have to buckle down with like nothing more than another one of those tackles for loss.
2nd down and 8 here for Ventura. Irvin takes the snap. 5-step drop, looking to his right. Got to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Getting to him in the backfield that time was R.B. Wilson the 5th for another sack for COC. And remember, this is a Ventura offensive line that only gave up 4 sacks coming into today. Already 2 for the Cougars here in the first half.
Well, and right on cue, R.B. Wilson making me look good, doing his thing down there. I said we needed one of those tackles for loss. And there he was, tracking down the quarterback and taking him down. That's a nice job in giving your team a lift.
Distant cousin of Nostradamus you are, as we go here on 3rd and 18 from the 43 of Ventura. Irvin to throw, has a screen pass caught by Thompson across midfield, but there's multiple yellow flags out on the field. I want to say there was a really big block in the back right about the 45-yard line. I didn't see who it was.
Yeah, I think it was number 52, got locked up with Carlos Mesa. 52 for Ventura, Gabe Rivera. We'll see who they actually get on the call, but that was the first one I saw, and kind of sprung him to get down the field where there was even more laundry thrown.
Yeah, there's 3 Hankies out on the field right now, so the official will give us the call here. And I think they're going to press Ventura back even further here.
Holding on the offense, number 52. 10-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
So it'll be from the 45. They'll march it back to the 35-yard line, and it'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it forever as Ventura needs to get to the Canyon's 39-yard line. You can see it right there. A couple of guys pouncing around, and they just had a late hold. It was a good move by Thompson to get some extra yards. He was almost at the 1st down marker.
And just like that, Ventura backed up a little bit, and College of the Canyon's in a nice position to maybe send some guys, get a stop, get off the field.
4 wide here for Ventura. High snap. Irvin will hand it off. Not much room for Thompson that time, as bringing him down was Roderick Colquitt.
That is a tremendous job by Colquitt. You're going to see here on the replay, he just kind of finds the hole or makes the hole and then just settles in and waits, ready to take down the ball carrier. And that's a nice job. Exactly what the Cougars needed. Limit any damage. Get off the field.
Just Colquitt's 2nd tackle of the season. He's had a tackle, a sack, and a tackle for loss this year. But he hasn't been used very often. A big play here as now on 4th and 25. Ventura will punt this one away as Carter will kick it to Rivera, standing back at about his own 25-yard line. So the Pirates send a man in motion. Carter will take it and punt it away. It's a wobbly punt. Rivera calling for it. Will catch it at the 30-yard line. He'll bring it up from there. Has a hole up the middle. Still on his feet and brought down at the 50-yard line. So a nice return from Lyndon Rivera all the way up to the 49 of Ventura. And the Cougars in business with good field position here on their 3rd drive of the ballgame.
Matt, you know, it seems to me the Cougars are just feeding off each other. They're feeding off that injury. You got the big plays on defense. Special teams comes out, makes a little spark. Now you got the offense coming back out. And again, this is all predicated after the Malik Brooks touchdown. I think that really lifted this crowd, got these sides rallying like, hey, we are in this ball game. 7-2, 6-0, doesn't matter. We came to play, and we're going to do that the rest of the night.
I think it's a 3rd drive of the game. This is actually the Cougars' 4th offensive drive of the game as they'll go back to work here with 9:59 to go. I'm so used to them not having the ball first that usually this is about the 3rd drive of the game. As they'll start on the Ventura 30 or 49-yard line. Different quarterback in there for COC this time, as maybe Emery Floyd fighting something off, as they actually have Cam Fouts in there at QB right now.
Cam Fouts out of Oak Park High School out there getting an opportunity here. We talked about it, Matt. It might not be injury related. It might be one of those things where, hey, this is week 10. We want to get everybody some film. this young man's been here with our program, working hard. He deserves a chance out there. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, he is certainly out there and running right now. Floyd is down on the sideline, standing right by David Banks, so doesn't look like he's injured, has his helmet on. So it'll be Cam Fouts for the moment. They'll give to Donovan Dunn. Dunn right up the middle as it's a new back in there as well. Dunn gets about to the 43-yard line, and the Cougars will be about 5 yards short of first down here.
And, Matt, this is kind of what we've seen. Whether, no matter the order, you're going to see Donovan Dunn here tuck it and get upfield. But we started to talk about kind of that 1-2 punch, 1-2-3 punch sometimes, between Malik Brooks, Donovan Dunn, Joshua Clark. There's a lot of guys out there that can have their number called. And, sometimes it takes a couple snaps to get into a rhythm, but Donovan Dunn is one of those guys that has performed all year long.
And that's why the Cougars' numbers maybe aren't as gaudy as some other teams. As Fouts to throw here on third down, has a man, pass is caught, going to be a yard short of the first down as it's Lyndon Rivera making the catch at the 40-yard line. And so now the Cougars have a decision. We were talking about the numbers. Brooks only 462 yards on the ground. Dunn 322. Clark 257. So not gaudy numbers, but they just run through all of them as the year goes on.
Yeah, and you talk about Rivera there with the key catch, really starting to emerge. Been a contributor, been a key player all year long. Last couple of weeks really kind of come into form at reestablishing that connection with Emory Floyd.
They'll bring the big boy package out here for COC. The jumbo unit is Fouts under center. They'll give, and they'll have the first down. There's Alejandro leading the way that time for COC. The give was to...
That's going to be Del Monte Barnes out there, the defensive playmaker. We called his name earlier, getting a chance to tote the rock. And, Matt, we'll see that jumbo package. That's kind of what we call it. Not sure what their exact terminology is, but you see that where you have some of those defensive front guys in and having an opportunity to carry the ball. Linemen tighten up their splits, and it's just line up and go. Got a nice push that time, was enough for the first down.
The Cougars moving the ball here. 1st and 10, ball at the 38 of Ventura. Fouts still the quarterback. Dunn still the running back. Rivera, the receiver to the near side, the team leader in receptions with 31 on the year, as they'll give to Dunn right up the middle, ahead of steam, and he falls forward for 6, maybe 7 yards as he gets to about the 32, and that's where the spot will be.
Yeah, we talked about it again. You're going to see Dunn get into that rhythm, runs hard, stays low, drives himself into the pile. Takes a little bit of a pop there, but again, just like the rest of these Cougars, pop up and let's do it again.
As it was Nate Washington on the tackle for Ventura that time, as we'll go 2nd down and 4, ball at the 32. Cougars need to get to the 28 for another first down. They'll give to Dunn again. Has Noah Staples leading the way that time, and he's got plenty for a first down all the way down to the 26-yard line as Dunn, laying a hat, kind of pounds his chest afterwards, fired up.
I told you, he stays low and he runs hard, and that's exactly what happens. You see 42 come up to meet him in the hole and just goes down. Luckily, there were some other Pirates there to help assist with that takedown. But, I'll tell you, Matt, that's the type of run that will pump you up and say, hey, give me the rock again. I can do this all night.
Yeah, it was Albanez on first contact. Hamilton had the takedown. And we'll go 1st and 10 for COC from the Ventura 26-yard line. Fouts takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, looking downfield, pointing out directions, needs to get rid of the football. Now he's just going to tuck it, and he's going to go ahead for 2 yards. That was a little dangerous from Fouts that time. He wanted to throw it downfield and decided as late as he possibly could to let that ball get out of play.
Well, you really appreciate the decision-making there, because though he had a lot of time, he had the personal protector rolling out. The absolute last thing you want to see is him try to throw across his body out the other way. That's when bad things happen. So, you live with the result, you protect the ball, and here we go, 2nd down, ready to do it again.
They give Fouts a 2-yard gain. Fouts this year 0 for 3 passing. He hasn't really had many opportunities, actually 1 for 3, because he did complete one to Rivera here on this drive, as he'll give to Dunn. Dunn again right up the middle, stumbles, gets hit, gets brought down, but he's 2 yards short of the first down, is able to come in to make the tackle with Zane Carter, who's Ventura's leading tackler with 55 tackles this season.
Yeah, and he made Dunn pay for that one. Kind of just wrapped him up and slammed him down. But Dunn out of Hart High School, another one of those local guys that we talked about before, having a tremendous role here tonight, and love to see him continue to get his opportunities.
As we'll go here on 3rd down and 2 for COC. Ball at the 18. They need to get to the 16 of Ventura for a first down. Now they have Staples in there, kind of in a fullback position. They'll give this time to Malik Brooks. He's going to try and find the edge. Fouts was out there trying to block for him, was able to hold up a man just enough, but there's going to be a hold on the outside on COC. I want to say it's Lyndon Rivera on the outside. I can't tell who it is on the far side for COC that's going to get caught up with the holding penalty.
Yeah, we'll let them sort it out, but you gotta love it again. Cam Fouts kind of taking a role or a page out of Bryce Dixon's playbook, getting up there throwing blocks. We'll see what the officials have to say about it, but either way, love the effort, love the toughness.
On the offense, number 84.
Damani Williams
10-yard
getting a call for the holding penalty.
Remains 3rd down.
Yeah, we'll see if it shows up. Either way, like you said, you see Brooks just kind of put his foot in the ground and be able to get to the outside. Yeah, and there's the penalty. Just, I don't think it was a true hold as much as it was he just kind of got tangled around. The defender had his back to him. But either way, Cougar's going to have to pay the price there.
It goes as a 2-yard loss, so it'll be 3rd and 4. Ball to 20. They need to get to the 16 for a first down. Fouts with Dunn in the backfield to his left. Takes the direct snap, no drop, throws right over the middle. Bryce Dixon a catch and a first down for COC. Dixon inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Bryce Dixon having an impact here as a receiver.
And how about that? 2 guys in the quarterback room working together. Old 10-7. I bet you when they met the first time of the season, they didn't think they'd be throwing to each other. But, hey, it works in this instance. And College of the Canyons, once again, in striking distance, got to get points on the board. You know, we say that almost every time, but you're playing a team and an offense of this caliber. You cannot waste those opportunities.
Getting attacked by a pterodactyl up here in the press box right now. Moth coming at me. Here we go on 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Fouts to keep it himself on the option keeper. Stops inside the 10, and he's brought down there. As rolling over the top of him that time was Spencer McCulligan.
Yeah, like you said, just trying to kind of get outside and see what's working. Never quite got too north and south. And then the Ventura defense there to meet him. But again, like the physicality, playing to the whistle each and every snap. And that's what you want to see. This is what you train for all year. This is what you line up for and commit to play all 10 games.
There's a flag on the field on the far side of the field, or on the near side of the field, right inside the 10-yard line. So we actually do have a penalty here on the play. Officials getting together and talking about it.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 19.
And it goes against Ventura.
Half the distance to the goal.
Boy, Aina going to get called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Of the game.
Sorry, talking over the official there. So it's Aina with the penalty, and the Cougars going to get a first down, and they're going to be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line here.
Oh, if you're College of the Canyons, you love that. If you're Ventura's sideline, you're asking, what are you doing? Why would you make that type of mistake here? You got to be mentally tough here. You can't give the Cougars any more than what they've already earned. So that's unfortunate. We'll see if College of the Canyons can capitalize here. Cam Fouts doing a tremendous job on his first prolonged drive of the game and probably of quite some time this season.
I'm sure Steve Meshuggah will have some words for Aina back at the sidelines when he gets back over there. As we go 1st and goal from the 5-yard line, 3:35 to go here in the first half. We're tied at 7. College of the Canyons and Ventura, an old rivalry game between these two. Not much doing for Donovan Dunn on the pitch that time. Reading it well for Ventura was Lucien Bambino, the sophomore out of John Hurt High School in New Orleans, Louisiana, with a big tackle.
Yeah, I hope you got some fans watching from around because that was a tremendous play, just breaking down, making the stop. And again, kind of trying to rally your side after that penalty. College of the Canyons still knocking on the door here.
As we'll go 2nd down now for COC, and goal from the 11-yard line as they back up 6 yards. Taking their time, letting the play clock run down inside 10. Fouts with Dunn to his right. Staples at the backfield, kind of in a fullback spot. They'll fake the handoff to Dunn. They'll throw on a little screen to Staples, and he gets back to the 10-yard line, maybe the 8, as he was run into right as he was sliding to make the catch by Fakir Stewart.
Yeah, worked out there for the minimal gain. I think Fouts kind of missed him there, hit him a second too late because you're going to see him split the defenders, and then boom, he's open right there. Takes a second to get to him. By then, the Pirate defender's already closing in. But a positive you'll still take nonetheless. Key 3rd down coming up So we're almost to halftime, Matt.
Yeah, I know, 3rd and 8. It's been a quick first half so far. Both these teams moving the ball, keeping it in play, and you've seen two offenses pretty well connected. The defense is getting a couple of stops here and there. And now Ventura trying to find one as the Cougars going to take their time, and they're going to call a timeout here with 1 second left on the play clock and come over and talk about it. Maybe didn't like the set they were in that time, and we've always talked about it today. I said I'm not afraid to take timeouts.
Yeah, Coach I will take his timeouts. You know, like the old adage says, you can't take them with you, you can't save them. And especially at this point of the field, it's imperative that everyone's on the same page. Everyone's moving in the right direction. You really want to try and execute here. Give yourself that edge as we close out the first half.
Yeah, it's been a very good drive right now for COC. Cam Founts leading the way this time. So far, the Cougars on this drive have marched the ball down the field 41 yards on 13 plays, trying to finish this off with points with 1:57 to go. As you look at some of the statistics so far in the ball game for COC, Emery Floyd, 7 of 10, 54 yards and a touchdown. Founts, 3 of 3 for 12 yards. On the ground, Malik Brooks, 7 carries, 43 yards. Emery Floyd, 6 carries, 42 yards. On the other side for Ventura, Irvin, 5 for 5, just 21 yards. Cougars have done a good job keeping him from being able to strike down the field. But it's the run game for Ventura that's been the difference right now. Thompson with 8 carries for 62 yards. James, just 2 carries for 25 yards, but has a touchdown on his record as well. As we are tied at 7-all here in the ball game.
You know, I think another big factor for College of the Canyons being able to sustain these drives, hold the ball. You know, no telling what the score or what the situation might be if Ventura was able to, maintain possession and dictate things with their running game. So College of the Canyons, I think, winning the strategic battle that they set out for themselves, at least thus far.
And that's always something talked about ad nauseum when you have a high-powered offense on one side. How long can we keep them off the field? Cougars have done that so far. Here we go on 3rd and 8. 5 wide for Founts here. He's going to throw a little screen pass to Dixon. Has blockers out in front into the end zone for a COC touchdown. Bryce Dixon.
And Cam Founts leading the drive and finding pay dirt at the end again. I don't know what the odds were on that at the beginning of the season, quarterback to quarterback, but love to see it whichever way that works. And College of the Canyons on top here. This Cougar faithful getting excited as we go to close out the first half here. And once again, you know, you just love to see a young man come in there and make the most of his opportunities. Fouts and Dixon, love the pink gloves, getting into the end zone like he's done it before. And here we go, College of the Canyons on top.
Asa Johnson with the extra point stays perfect on the year. Still 34 for 34. And the Cougars have their first lead of the ball game, 14-7, on a little 8-yard screen touchdown pass from Cam Founts, his first passing touchdown of the year, to Bryce Dixon, his first receiving touchdown of the year. And the Cougars have the lead.
Love to see it. You know, more importantly, though, Matt, 2 minutes to go, just under 2 minutes to go. Imperative that you come out here and play a disciplined special team session and let that translate over to the defense. You do not want this Ventura team to bust one off on you and get right back in this ball game, kind of deflate the crowd and deflate all the momentum you've worked to establish.
So we'll kick things away here with 1:51 in a 14-7 ball game. The Cougars out in front. You love to see the two sophomores hooking up there. Both these guys have been in the program for a couple of years. Nice to see them get pay dirt here on their final home game of their Cougar careers here in 2023. Tony Johnson to kick this one away. Kick is a good one, deep back towards the 10-yard line. Going to be taken by Ventura from there and brought out by Amani Cargo across the 25 to the 30 before he's brought down. And it'll be Ventura football at about the 33-yard line.
And so, again, nice job there, kind of limiting any damage before it got too out of hand and down the field. But I tell you what, I bet you Ventura's got something up their sleeve for this next possession. They're going to be coming out ready to roll, ready to get some points and swing this game back in their favor.
Well, remember, we haven't seen Chris Irvin really throw the ball downfield at all today. Irvin, a very good passer, 1,680 yards. That's 21st most in the state of California. His efficiency is off the charts at 150.7. They'll give here on first down. Not much doing for Lamonte James. The Cougars able to just push him and string him outside.
Yeah, you just wash, and push him to the sideline and hope your guys are there for it. And that's exactly what happened here. Kind of just going to the left. Gets
Mario
90,
Key, had his hands on him first.
on him to kind of slow him up, but then from there it's just wash, wash, wash.
So James stays in the backfield as the feature back here for Ventura. Irvin to throw, looks underneath, has James coming up to make a big tackle is guess who? Kano Mahundro flying around, looking like Troy Polamalu out there with the hair behind him.
I was about to say, you can find that young man with those locks extending out under the helmet. But again, just a tremendous job seeing the play, making that burst, and then breaking down and wrapping up. So often you come in, you make that hit, and the ball carrier bounces off you or still gets positive yard. That's a nice job completing the play.
3rd and 8 passing down here for Ventura. Irvin going to have to run this time. Has a little bit of room, gets across the 40, got knocked down. He's going to be short of the line to gain. Carlos Mesa coming over and laying a hat on him. It'll be 4th and a yard here for Ventura.
Mesa pops up with his almost trademark celebratory move, getting those arms pumping and going, and you're going to see he takes a little bit of a pop there.
It's a really good run from Chris Irvin, to be quite honest.
And so 4th down, and they're going to stick with it.
35 seconds here on the first quarter game clock as Irvin calling out signals. Movement at the line of scrimmage on Ventura as it was Jacob Lemus moving.
You know, one of those ones where you're probably going up and lining up, trying to get that hard count to get Canyons to jump. You end up drawing one of your own men
They're looking at the
offside.
Ventura sideline here. And I think it's do you want to take a timeout, avoid the 10-second runoff, I would imagine.
And now here comes the punt team. College of the Canyons.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down. The play will result in a 10-second runoff. Please put the play clock to 20 seconds.
Yeah, and that's what I thought the look over maybe was after the second there was, do you want to take the 10 seconds? I think if you're Ventura, yeah, I guess we want to take the 10 seconds. We don't want to give Canyons any more time here as we get the ball out of halftime.
But if you're College of the Canyons, now you get a chance at a return and maybe 1 or 2 offensive snaps. We'll see how this one ticks down.
As Carter will kick this one away, standing inside his own 25. It's a wobbly kick taken by Rivera at the 25-yard line, trying to bring it back up the middle, and he's brought down at about the 35. Kind of got brought down awkwardly as he was wrapped up by one of the Ventura Pirates with 9 seconds to go, and then a late flag. And the official's going to get together to talk about it, some pushing and shoving in the pile afterwards. I think this might go against COC.
Yeah, Coach Iacenda waiting and anticipating that call right now. We'll see how it shakes out.
Personal foul, late hit. Number 31 on the receiving team. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Yeah, that's
Mr. Varner that they got on that one. You know, and again, these guys flying around trying to make an impact anytime they're on the field. Just went a little bit too hard on that one. You're going to see Rivera kind of
got wrapped up.
Yeah, kind of got
down.
twisted up.
Yeah.
And that's.
I was worried about his knee there for a second, the way he went down. It was Peyton Hoff coming in to make the tackle.
Always dangerous, especially for a playmaker of his caliber. You want his athleticism out there as much as you can. Don't want him taking those extra hits and twists.
It looks like Canyons will take a knee here to end the first half and take it into the locker room with a 14-7 lead as the Cougars trailed 7-0 Ventura on the board first with a Lamonte James 19-yard touchdown run, but then a 31-yard pass and catch from Emery Freud to Malik Brooks to make it 7-all, and then Bryce Dixon an 8-yard touchdown reception off the hands of Cam Fouts to make it 14-7, and we will take it into halftime here from Cougar Stadium. Second half action when we come back. Enjoy the halftime show, folks. We'll have Ted Iacenda on SCV TV's weekly morning show, Community Corner. Thank you. I was forgetting the name, but you'll see that here and some commercials, so enjoy.
COC's football team has only 1 game left this season. This Saturday, they're going up against Ventura. And with that approaching quickly, we're looking ahead at how this exciting matchup will bring neighbors, friends, and families together in this spirit of competition and camaraderie.
But before the team heads to the field, we're going to take a moment to rewind and recap the season so far. Here with us today is College of the Canyons head football coach Ted Iacenda. Am I saying that right?
Yes, you are.
Ted, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's awesome to be here.
So update us. Where are we in the season? What is COC's record? And what games do we still have coming up?
Things are going great. We're 5-3 right now. We've won 4 of our last 5 games, so the team's really on a roll right now. It's exciting. We've got a lot of young players playing big roles, and they're making strides. And you know, the goal is obviously we've got a big one coming up here, and we've got to focus and hopefully execute and get ready for that one.
You know, the thing that I've always loved, Ted, about COC football is the great talent that you get through. There's some great players that come through, and then they move on. Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown is a great example. There are so many great players from 20 years ago that went on and played in the NFL. But you've got a big game coming up this Saturday against the Pirates from Ventura College. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, every year it seems like it's come down to us or them for the conference title or for the playoff contention. So we definitely have our hands full. They're a good program over there, and we've got to make sure we have a great week of practice so we can come out and ready to win that game.
I love it, and it sounds like it's a great way for the community to get involved, get behind Cougar football. Talk about some of the other activities that Cougar football has hosted this season.
Well, one of my main things when I became the head coach here was to try to restore that community, that sense of community in College of the Canyons football, you know, and I think a lot of people have the misnotion that it's a level full of kids that aren't from this community and aren't about this community, and that's actually so untrue. Our main focus has always been recruiting the Santa Clarita Valley kids, and you'll see an influx of them on the roster and on the field Saturday if you happen to come out and watch the game. So, you know, College of the Canyons football and some of the events that we do during the game, you know, we reinstituted the homecoming tradition. That had gone away. We brought that back in 2019, and that is really one of the funnest Saturdays around. My kids go. All the kids in the community are free to get in, and we do. There's games on the sideline. There's face painting. There's all kinds of events at halftime, and you know, on top of that, we have invited all the local sports, the local youth sports, to come out and attend our games free of charge. So you'll see kids in jerseys from, you know, the Santa Clarita Valley Warriors, the Santa Clarita Wildcats, the Grizzlies, etc. They're on our sidelines. They'll line up and give our players high fives before the game. We're really trying to bring that spirit, that sense of Santa Clarita out to our games on Saturdays.
You know, I know that you grew up in Santa Clarita. You legend at Hart High School, 99 touchdowns during that career. Wow. Went on to USC, went on to New Mexico as well. Now you're back at COC. You've been there for 15 years, head coach for the last 11. Why is it so important to come back to Santa Clarita and coach? You talk about the influence that you're able to have with the Warriors programs and the youth sports programs as well. Why has it been so important for you to come back and be a part of the community again?
You know, that's a great question. I think about all the mentors I had growing up in this valley, and the men and the women and the teachers and the coaches and the counselors that helped shape and make who I am. And I felt like it was important to give back. And so as my role as the head football coach, I have really sought out those relationships with those local youth sports teams, because I feel like it's such a vital step in their development as future possible Cougars. You know, developing those relationships now so those kids know that this is a home for them as well, and, you know, teaching parents that this is a viable option for them to send their kids to us, and they know they're going to go through a great program, have a great education, have a great experience playing football, and then, like you said, and most importantly, moving them on to the next level. That is absolutely our #1 pillar in this program. Some guys are in this game to win, and I get that. I want to win. I don't want to lose in anything I do. But really, my heart and soul is in moving these kids on and getting them to that next level, to that scholarship, to that 4-year university. And that's something that we do better than any junior college in the state of California, really.
And let's talk more about that local talent. I know Dave mentioned a couple names, but how about the guys that are currently playing at College of the Canyons? Are those going on to the next level? And how about those ones in the professional ranks?
You guys are putting me on the spot now. You know I'm going to forget some names here, and I'm going to hear about it tomorrow at practice. But, I mean, I have gentlemen from Saugus, West Ranch, Valencia, Hart. Shoot, I've even had players from Trinity and Santa Clarita Christian come through our doors. Right now, currently, off the top of my head, Golden Valley, I've got a Johnny Smith. I've got, who's an unbelievable cornerback, freshman. I've got from Hart, No, excuse me, from Valencia, I've got Chaz Hilst. No, he's from West Ranch, excuse me. Valencia, I have Ty Morrison. I've got Evan Waldron. I've got, from Saugus again, Anthony Marcioni, Yeshua Pineda. I know I'm going to forget someone. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I forget your name. I love you guys no matter what. So, but the Santa Clarita kids are near and dear to my heart. Like I said, I grew up here. I played in that program. I played in that league. My number one priority when I took over as the head coach is we were never going to lose a Santa Clarita kid to an outside junior college. I consider that my number one priority as the head coach of College of the Canyons.
So, tickets for this November 11th game against Ventura, they're going to be free for veterans, as I understand it. And anybody else that's that we know of that where it's going to be free ticket? The youth programs are going to be
always.
But do they have to come in uniform?
They do. They have to. They have to wear their youth jersey, absolutely. And if there's ever an issue, all you have to do is email us, and we'll make sure we get it corrected. But we do have a big promotion going on this Saturday for our Veterans Day game. All veterans, all active duty members of the armed forces are free to get into the game. Obviously, we're very proud and thank you for your services. But we'd love to have them come and attend our game.
What about people who want to buy tickets?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can go on our link and purchase them online. You don't even have to wait to buy it at the gate, but we do sell them at the gate as well. I would encourage anyone, if you're interested in high-level college football and you can't make it down to the Rose Bowl or the Coliseum, if you get to College of the Canyons Cougar Stadium, you're going to see some really great football on Saturday.
Guaranteed. That is a guaranteed. It always amazes me how few people actually go. It's such good product that's out there and so many great athletes that are out there. Coach Ted Iacenda on the show with us today. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you guys for having me. It was a pleasure.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
Rising up, bread's on the sheet. Did my time, took out my toppings. Went the distance, now my prep is complete. Just a limb and its will to thrive. It's the arm of the slicer, it's the thrill of the slice. Freshly sliced before your eyes, unlike our rivals. And then every last arriver gets a sub that excites. And it's all thanks to the well-trained arm of the slicer.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
There's a lot of emotion, a lot of intensity. But, boy, that was a fun one to call, and I hope you folks at home are enjoying it as well.
Cougars winning the yard battle right now. 182 yards so far for College of the Canyons to just 100 yards for Ventura. It's really come down to the third downs right now. The Cougars 5 of 9 on third down. Ventura just 2 of 6. So it's been kind of a slog so far. Cougars 23 rushing attempts, 108 rushing yards, just 77 for Ventura. Not a lot through the air for either side. 74 yards through the air for College of the Canyons, just 23 for Ventura on 6 of 6 passing, as the Pirates will have the ball here to start in the second half.
You know, Matt, the thing I like the most, you know, you got 5 ball carriers, you got 2 quarterbacks out there doing their thing, 5 or 6 receivers, everybody getting involved, everybody contributing.
It's a low line drive kickoff that's going to bounce at the 10. It's going to be scooped up there for Ventura and brought right back up the middle by Cargo, and he's going to be brought down at about the 25, 26, 27 yard line, maybe 28. It'll be Ventura there with decent field position to start here on their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, Jacob Montez with the special teams takedown, another one of those Hart High School kids, a captain for us, team leader. So again, like to see him out there making his impact.
Another local product here for CUC, and that's something Ted Isenda, if you watched Community Quarter at halftime, stresses. We do not want to lose kids to anybody outside of the Santa Clarita Valley that are from the Santa Clarita Valley, and they've made an emphasis on that, and those kids making an impact. As here's Irvin on first down with 2 backs in the backfield with him. Ventura will give right away to Thompson, who tries to spin back up the pile. Not much room to go as he's brought down. It looked like Victory Vaca might have been one of the first men there.
That was definitely big Victory Vaca right there in the middle. And again, Matt, you saw that if you saw the Cougars come down and see the replay here, a lot of bodies. Victory Vaca, Jackson Volk. And old Kane Alejandro also in on the mix.
Second down, Irvin throwing, looking to his left, has Thompson on a screen. Alejandro there to wrap him up at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3. That's a good open field solo tackle from Kane Alejandro.
Yeah, we've seen it a couple times for him. Big 24 out of Bishop Union High School. But Matt started to say, if you saw the intensity of the Cougars when they came back down the stairs, when they regrouped on the sideline, this is a team that's itching to go and finish this fight.
3rd and 7 for Ventura here. As Irvin in the backfield with 1 back to his right and Thompson. 2 receivers split out to each side. Irvin to throw, has to step up, gonna toss it on the run, and it's incomplete. Was intended for Newcomb, and it was just too high. Newcomb kind of got undercut as well as he was in the air by Jacob Montez, and he's slow to get up.
Yeah, and you really couldn't ask for anything more than that. Cougars are gonna get off the field quickly, get their offense back out there. Again, you continue to build the excitement and the momentum, excitement for this crowd and the momentum for your sideline. Everything going College of the Canyons right now.
And remember, this game very important for Ventura. 6-0. They have a 1-game lead on Allen Hancock at 5-1. And, of course, Hancock playing El Camino today. We'll try and get you scores of that one as we can. As the kick away from Carter, Rivera calls for a fair catch and drops it. But I think the Cougars able to pounce on top of it as Rivera tried to field it up over his head. And it looked like...
Yeah, it was Joshua Lopez playing the role of Johnny on the spot there. The ball kind of just comes to him. But a nice job concentrating and wrapping it up, saving that possession. That's one of those things, you know, I just got finished saying everything's going College of the Canyons way. That's one of those things that could be a backbreaker for you. Don't want to see that, but the Cougars dodge one there.
Trying to look up some scores for you from around the state, but Presto is deciding to fight us here. So we'll go 1st and 10. Ball at the COC 31-yard line. Emery Floyd back in there at quarterback. Has Malik Brooks to his right. Noah Staples in a fullback spot as they'll actually run right behind him. And Brooks with a nice run up across the 40. And he's got out to the 41-yard line. They'll spot him at the 42, a yard short of the first down, a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, College of the Canyons picking up right where they left off. Malik Brooks, you can see here in the pulling guard, and then just he finds his way. Nice blocking on the outside. That's a nice play. You get 7-8 each tote like that. Good things are going to happen for you.
Give him 9 yards out to the 42. 2nd down and 1 for COC, so a short yardage situation. And again, now Brooks out in that pistol formation. They'll give it to him. He'll run right behind his blockers across midfield out to the 45-yard line. And it looked like Uradell was out leading the way for COC that time.
Yeah, again, a nice scheme up front. You're going to see everybody. The pull meets the linebacker right there. Malik Brooks just has to do what he does best, follow his blockers, juke and jag, and get up the field.
It was actually Samuel Asefa leading the way that time. You talk about the offensive line for Ventura coming into this game. The Cougar offensive line has kind of had their way with the Ventura defensive front. As we'll go here on 1st and 10 for COC from the plus 46-yard line. They'll fake the give. Floyd will keep on a keeper right up the middle. Dances around one man, but got brought down from behind. Nearly found the hole. And Zane Carter, who's always all over the field for Ventura, comes back and makes a big tackle.
Yeah, I tell you what, if Floyd's able to slip that last tackle, he's got a lot of real estate in front of him. It's a nice job by number 25 being able to execute that takedown. But you're going to see he just kind of a slight hesitation and then goes. And that's kind of been the case all night. He scans the field, he sees where the opening is, and then just takes off.
Cougar's going to come back out with that pistol formation here as Uradell to the left of Floyd. Brooks directly behind him. Two receivers out to the near side. They'll throw here. Passes underneath, and it's incomplete. Just short. Was trying to hit Uradell out of the backfield on a little wheel route and just couldn't get it to him.
Yeah, he had him there. You know, I'll see on the replay if there was pressure in his face. It felt like maybe that one got blocked or tipped. We'll see. No, they got away clearly, just not.
Yeah, I think he just underthrew it.
Yeah, wasn't able to connect with his guy.
So we'll go 3rd down and 4 here for COC. This drive is stalled a little bit. Noah Staples coming back out as he and Bryce Dixon will switch off here.
Floyd anxious for the play on this one, wants to keep it going.
They actually bring Donovan Dunn into the backfield as well. Looks like it's going to be a 2-back set here for COC. They're going to have to call a timeout. There's 3 seconds left on the play clock. Floyd will get it off just in time. He's going to throw. Got a man up in the air now looking downfield. Has a man. Pass caught by Brooks out of the backfield at the 20-yard line. Down to the 15 and inside the red zone for COC.
Well, again, maybe a little bit of disaster averted because I'm not sure all the Cougars were on the same page on that one. You heard some calls from the coaching box kind of asking what's going on out there. But sometimes that works out. You see Malik Brooks kind of flare outside. Floyd doing his thing, rolls out, and then just gets just enough behind the defender where Floyd's able to find him in space. Malik Brooks having a tremendous game tonight.
It's Brooks' second reception of the ball game today. Not known as a receiver out of the backfield, but he's got 4 actually for 63 yards. That's his second big one, I should say, of the ball game. As a whistle for a timeout, the Cougars taking too much time again. And now Ted Ayasenda walking back towards his sideline, asking, guys, we got to get a play in faster.
Yeah, I mean, definitely some frustration there. You talk about you're on a roll. You made the most of it that last time to kind of line up and have that same situation. That's something that's going to drive a coaching staff insane at times. But, you know, Coach Ayasenda, you take the time out, you talk it over. You don't let things spiral out of control. Hopefully they come out here knocking on the door again. Hopefully they come out here regrouped and ready to roll.
Brooks, 9 carries, 64 yards, averaging 7.1 a carry today. And he's got 4 receptions for 63 yards, with his long being of 31. A 15.8 average on receptions and a touchdown reception for him. So the Cougar offense clicking here again in their first drive of the second half. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line for COC. 11:23 to go here in the third quarter. As 5 wide for the Cougars this time as Floyd stands back by himself. They'll change the play at the line of scrimmage as they look back towards the sideline. Ventura kind of moving some guys around as well. Floyd takes the belt high snap, 3-step drop, throwing over the middle, has a man in the end zone. Noah Staples for a Canyons touchdown.
And College of the Canyons, Emory Floyd finds pay dirt again. And this offense down there celebrating with their boys. That was just a nice job, a nice route, wide open in the middle of the end zone. And Floyd delivers a nice ball to him. College of the Canyons, again, exactly what you want to start this second half. And there's nobody around number 16. Floyd does a nice job delivering the ball to him.
I think what impressed me the most on that play, Jesse, from Emory Floyd was the patience. A 1-step drop, just kind of stood there nonchalantly, found his man. As the extra point is up and good, Asa Johnson stays perfect on the year. The Cougars have a 14-point lead with 11:19 to go here in the third quarter over the 6-0 Ventura Pirates, trying to pulled off a bit of an upset late here in the year over Ventura.
You know, Matt, you really cash in on that timeout. You probably didn't want to take it at that point of the field, or excuse me, this point of the game. But that's what it leads to. If you're able to rally, get everybody together, get on the same page, and execute a play like that, hey, Coach I is going to trade that timeout for the 6 anytime.
So a
quick shout out to our sideline cheer staff, the SC Wildcat sideline cheer. Happy to have them in the stadium tonight. Part of our program this season. You might have heard Coach I talking about it, having the youth cheer and football teams on our sidelines as part of our game day experience. Hopefully some future Cougars down there, Matt.
Yeah, 13-yard touchdown pass from Floyd to Staples. And yes, I would agree, hopefully some future Cougars down there, both in the cheer squad and in the football ranks as well. As this kick a good one, going to be taken back with his heels on the goal line by Cargo. He's going to bring it out from there, and he's tripped up at the 20-yard line. He falls down at the 25, and that's where Ventura will take over here on their second drive of the second half.
You know, and Canyon's doing a nice job on special teams, maintaining their lanes, everyone maintaining their assignment. You know, Ventura's gotten a little bit just coming out of the end zone, but not too much damage, you know, giving the Cougars defense a great chance to set up, establish things for their side. And Matt, we've seen some big plays already. You know, I'm wondering if it's a matter of time before Ventura gets this running game reestablished. You saw the big chunk play in the first half. Haven't seen too much from that lately.
They'll go with James here on first down. He'll get the give, bounces through a couple of bodies, and then he's brought down. As the Cougars once again had Victory Vaca roaming in the area. I think Carlos Mesa was there as well as Jeremiah Alimeo. I think we're all in the area of it.
Yeah, you're going to see definitely Victory Vaca.
All three, I think.
Yeah, you named them all. They're all in on the action.
So we go second down and 7. Irvin to throw here. 5-step drop. Now going to move the pocket to his left. Throws across his body. Has a man. Pass is caught. Enough for a first down. That's a really good throw to Cody Hoffman, the tight end. And they've got enough for a first down. Hoffman, a guy, only 10 receptions, 116 yards coming in. But certainly a big body that can move out of the backfield.
Yeah, nice protection up front, too. You know, giving them a chance to kind of roll out, let those routes develop, and then delivers a nice ball to get the first down.
James will stay as the feature back. They'll give to the left this time. He cuts it back to his right inside the hash. Has a big chunk play down across the 40 to the COC 35-yard line. And right on cue, Nostradamus, Jesse Munoz, a big chunk play for Ventura.
Well, you know, if you're College of the Canyons, you hate to see that, but you knew it was coming. We'll wait and see what the official has to say about it.
Injury timeout on the field.
Yeah, it looks like I think that's a Johnny Smith, which would be a big loss on the edge for College of the Canyons. The athletic training staff, Sarah Ursum, Eric Petrango, all out there. We're going to take a break while Johnny Smith gets treated here as we'll step aside. 21-7 in favor of College of the Canyons.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
Rising up, bread's on the sheet. Did my time, took out my toppings. Went the distance, now my prep is complete.
Cougar Stadium, and Johnny Smith getting some help off, walking off under his own power, so that's good to see. So we go back to work. First and 10 for Ventura from the Cougar 36-yard line. They come out in a pistol. Irvin to throw here. Cougars trying to chase him down, and he's brought down back behind the 50-yard line, as they're going to say he was in the grass that time. Coming to get him for COC was Roderick Colquitt with another big tackle.
There's a flag on the play, so we'll wait for that. But 91, Roderick Colquitt, again with a big-time takedown.
I think the flag is for intentional grounding.
That's what I was going to say.
But the official, the white hat, immediately pointed at the ground, said, no, he's in the grass.
So maybe they picked that up.
Yeah.
But again, 2 impactful plays from that defensive line position for Colquitt.
unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense.
It's a
number
late
14.
penalty on Ventura.
15-yard penalty. Correction. That is the first unsportsmanlike of the game.
And it'll be second down here for Ventura. So that's going to push him back even farther. All in all, it was all the way back to the 46-yard line of the Pirates initially. And now they're going to march themselves all the way back to their own 33. So it's second down and what would be, we'll call it forever, as that should be second down here.
Oh, disastrous. You know, you talk about you take the sack and then you add 15 more with the penalty. And I want to say they said number 15.
Yeah.
Which would be Tiandre Newcomb, Lexington, Kentucky native.
Yeah.
But College of the Canyons will take that all day long and now probably has a chance to.
As they'll hand here, James cutting it back up the middle. Cougars able to collect him as a unit. Trying to chase him down was JoJo Massey. Was trying to grab him. You could see him with his big paws trying to pull him backwards. Cougars able to limit him to just a few yards. And it'll be third down. Ventura needs to get all the way to the COC 26-yard line. They're only spotted at their own 40 right here.
Yeah, Massey held him up, and then his buddies came to help finish off the job.
So Irvin here in the shotgun. Fakes, now throws on a screen to James. Has some blockers out in front. Cougars able to string him out. Jackson Volk coming back to make a big tackle right at the 50-yard line. Jackson Volk, a guy we talk about him a lot, Jesse. 22 tackles, 2 sacks. Just is all over the field.
Yeah, he's been a player for us now for quite some time, and was a student athlete of the week earlier this season. Has made some impacts. What you like here is not quitting on the play. That's easy for him to say, hey, that's somebody else's responsibility. But he takes that angle, gets downfield, and good thing he did so because that ball carrier slips one. He's right on the sideline, and you'd hate to give up a first down on 3rd and 42.
So it'll be 4th and 23. They'll have Pimentel in to kick it away. Sorry, Carter in to kick it away. It's an end-over-end kick that's going to bounce inside the 10. And Ventura not going to be able...
I think he...
Did they give him? They gave him the 1-yard line, the half-yard line. But he walked into the end zone with the football, so they're going to talk about it here.
Yeah, if that stands, that's a huge special team play, but no.
Yeah, it's a touchback. I was going to say he fell into the end zone with the football. It's a touchback.
Yeah, had the makings of something to push the Cougars back.
Play, touchback, ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. First down.
So good break for COC. That was a beautiful punt from Zane Carter that time. A little end over end, good bounce, and nearly downing it at the half-yard line. But instead the Cougars will catch a break and have an 80-yard field to work.
Yeah, and if you're Ventura, again, that's unfortunate because you're already trailing in this game. You haven't been able to get much done defensively. Offensively, being able to back the Cougars up like that. Maybe something happens, you force them into a mistake. The worst case, you get some short field position. And so College of the Canyons here, Matt, I would really like to see them line up and start to run the ball, kind of dictate the pace of this game, let that offensive line go to work. Offensive line coach Mark Dumlau will tell you he trains his guys every day, every week to be able to come out there and impose their will, and we'll see if it happens.
As they'll go in that pistol formation again, they'll give to Brooks. He fights his way forward for a gain of, we'll call it 3 or 4 yards, and then a late flag on College of the Canyons. It's going to go against Hudson Chasko that time, pushing a Ventura Pirate out of bounds on the COC sideline.
Yeah, and he's going to get a talking to. I mean, that's one of those things. You like the intensity. You like playing to the whistle. But, you can't play past the whistle, and he got tagged on that one.
We're just waiting on the official announcement here.
After the play, personal foul. Number 71, offense. 15-yard penalty. Down.
So it'll bring up second down and long here for COC as it's going to march him back 15 yards after what was initially a gain of about 5.
Half the distance to the goal. Second down.
They'll cut it back half the distance to the goal. It'll put the ball at the 12-yard line.
And again, Matt, I don't think anything malicious there. He gets up to the second level, gets connected with that linebacker, and I'm sure they're shoving and jawing and pushing, and you just play to the whistle. Sometimes you play a fraction over that. He got tagged for that one.
So it'll be second down here for COC from their own 12-yard line. Floyd on the keep, on the option run, cuts it back up the middle, has room to run, across the 40, on the near hash, to the 50, down to the 45, and scampers out of bounds for a COC first down as the Cougars bring it across midfield on a huge Emery Floyd run.
Emery Floyd doing his thing, finding a way, finding that pathway. You're going to see here on the replay, number 38 comes up with a nice tackle, block, Jared Uradell. And Emery Floyd does the rest. You watch 38, gets just enough in his way. Doesn't make the full block, but enough to spring Floyd. And then he's off to the races. We already talked about got a good, quick first step, not afraid to take a hit, and that usually translates into big yardage.
Two-back set here for COC on first down. They give to Dunn. He bounces off a tackle and falls forward for a yard. It's a good run from Donovan Dunn as he was hit right in the backfield when he got the ball at the mesh point by Khalil Reed, but bounced forward for a yard.
And again, it's one of those things, you maintain that those fundamentals. You stay low, you run hard, you keep your head down. Maybe you can bounce one off, maybe you can slip a tackle. And Donovan Dunn, another one of those guys having a great game here tonight, playing with a lot of passion.
Khalil Reed, not a small guy as a linebacker, 5'11", 215, or a defensive back, 5'11", 215 defensive back. He can certainly lay the lumber. So the Cougars throw to the outside that time. Pass was caught by Damani Williams on the far side, and it's about 2 yards short of a first down, so it'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Damani Williams, another one of those guys now. That's about the 7th receiver that Floyd has found. And perfect here on this point of the field, making it a very manageable 3rd down. Emery Floyd starting to feel things a little bit. He's had a couple nice balls out there. And Matt, the jumbo package back out on the field. Let's see what they do with it.
The Cougars bring in the jumbo package, needing a couple of yards, and there's going to be a false start. They're never going to get the play off. Immediately, the official on the far side, the flag was up before the ball even got snapped. So the far side of the line of scrimmage.
False start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yeah, it makes sense. He got the tackle. He was standing right there in front of him. So probably one of those things where you just anticipate. You know what the play call is. Your hand's in the ground. You're ready to spring and get that push, and just a little bit too much anticipation.
So Bax Canyon's up to the plus 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 7 with 6:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Cougars moving the ball here, leading 21-7 in the 3rd quarter. They'll go 5 wide for Emery Floyd. Ventura showing a lot of pressure right now as they smell a chance to try and get off the field. Floyd takes the snap, has pressure from behind, throwing downfield, looking for a man, leaping and almost coming down with it on the far side of the field. I want to say was Malik Brooks, as he nearly had a spectacular catch.
Yeah, I think it was a nice ball, almost made it happen. Matt, very similar to that play we saw on the other side of the field where you got those 2 receivers almost running in tandem. And that's a thing that it gives you the 2 options, but it also sets up a situation where you have the opportunity to draw that pass interference play. That's what happened down here on this close side to the field to us in the first half. Again, you hate to see that penalty and then compound it with that result.
It's Tony Johnson to punt this one away. Zane Blizzard standing back at about his own 5-yard line. Going to let this one bounce. And Johnson going to pin Ventura at the half-yard line. Absolutely perfectly done by the COC special teams unit as Tony Johnson from Valparaiso, Indiana, with a perfect punt.
And we certainly hope we have some folks and fans of his watching from Indiana, because he is having a tremendous season, was an all-state kid a year ago, has come to this program and made his mark. And again, Matt, we talked about it earlier, a great kid to have around, been very helpful.
Yesterday he came up here and locked up the booth for me.
Carved out a role with us, helping out on the sidelines and of our other broadcasts. So definitely like to see him in and around the facility.
So 5:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 99 yards for Ventura to work as they stand in their own end zone. Carter takes the snap, gives this time not much room, nearly a safety, as Thompson, I think, just got outside the goal line as a bunch of big bodies for COC there to meet him.
And that's kind of what we talked about over on this side of the field. Ventura had the opportunity to back up the Cougars, and the Cougars flipped the table here and see what they can do.
Thompson stays in the backfield, this time to the left of Carter, who last time took a high snap, this time gives to Thompson, and again he barely gets out of the end zone, met by a trio of Cougars, then was able to push forward out to the 5-yard line. That's a really impressive run from Jalen Thompson, who is a physical runner.
And you said it right there, Matt. You see the strength there because he was hit in the end zone, he was hit on the goal line, at the half-yard line, and still somehow matriculated his way up 3-4 yards to give the Pirates at least a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, he moves it out to the 6. And you talk about Thompson, averages 94.6 a game, which is 7th most in the state. He's a guy that can certainly fuel the fire for Ventura. They just have not been able to get much off to him. As here's Irvin to throw. Has to roll the pocket. Needs to get rid of it. Throws it downfield. It's going to be thrown out of bounds. It was an uncatchable ball, so no flag on the play. And it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a nice job, the Cougars getting in pursuit and kind of chasing, rushing that throw. Eventually lands out of bounds on the Cougar sideline. But there was a couple guys in closing on. I think Marsh was one of them. Almost got there. And now College of the Canyon's going to have an opportunity to get this ball back with the quarter somewhat winding down, get back into their offense, try and cash in once more.
And we were talking about Thompson. Remember, this is a guy that averages 94.6. The Cougars have only held him to 67. They've held Lamonte James to 56. Remember, this is a Ventura offense of unit that rushes for 243 yards per game, as that punt was blocked and it goes out at the 25-yard line as the Cougars able to pin their ears back, and will have great field position here with 4:19.
We talked about it. Good things happen when you're able to back them up like that. We'll see if we can get an indication of who got a hand on that. And I'm not sure if it was a block or just a muff punt.
It sounded like it might have got tipped. I couldn't tell.
You know, I want to say if it was blocked, someone would be jumping up and down on that sideline.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
So I want to say just one of those just unfortunate breaks for Ventura. Let's see if anyone does get in there.
No, it was just a muff.
It's just a muff. Like I said, someone would have been jumping up and down trying to get their picture took.
It sounded strange off the foot. It sounded like there was a double contact maybe with it from Carter.
But that's exactly what you want. You turn them around, you get the short field, and you're right back to work.
So the Cougars go back to work on the 26-yard line of Ventura. Floyd out there with Dunn in the backfield this time. They'll give to Dixon, who drops the football, and he needs to just land on it. It rolls into Ventura hands, and the Pirates get a takeaway on a fumble on the handoff, recovered by Poi Aina, and Ventura gets the ball right back.
And just like that, the tables have turned, and I have a feeling that's how this one's going to go the rest of the way. You see Dixon, I mean, come on, you want to just fall on that, tried to pick it up and make something out of it. I know he wishes he had that one back, kind of sat there thinking about it. But that's one of those ones you just want to jump on it and curl up and live to fight another day. That's unfortunate for the Cougars. Let's see how they respond here.
First turnover of the ball game on COC. For Ventura, it's their 7th fumble recovery of the year. And now the Ventura offense, which right now is 2nd in the state in yards per game at 502. The Cougars have held them so far in the ball game to just 148. Tells you how good the defense has been playing. But now they're going to be tasked in another big spot here as Ventura with better field position at the 34-yard line. 4:11 to go here in the third quarter. 21-7 College of the Canyons. Irvin takes the snap, gives James right up the right hash, or the left hash, excuse me, outside the numbers across the 45-yard line of COC. And that is a huge chunk run from Lamonte James, who at to this point only 6 carries, 56 yards, but now just picks up 20.
You know, Matt, you can see the replay here. Nice execution, slips a couple tackles again, and that's really been the bread and butter for this running back team. You know, College of Kansas has been there to meet them, but they've been able to progress either way.
That ball tipped. It's going to be caught on a tip drill as the Cougars were in the backfield on the Irvin pass. Good concentration on the far side of the field by, I think, Nassim Pacheco made the catch. I think they gave it to Andre Newcomb instead.
Real quick, back to that last play we talked about, you know, sooner than later that they're going to bust for one and be able to get out there, and that's exactly what you saw.
As Ventura goes here on second down, they throw to the outside, pass incomplete. Irvin just overshoots his target. Trying for Newcomb on the far side of the field. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the COC 41-yard line. Ventura needs to get to the 36.5, 35, somewhere in that range. Looks like the 36.5.
Yeah, you see that overthrown ball. Johnny Smith in the area. I kind of jumped up for a second thinking he might be able to close on that one. Either way, big 3rd down here.
3rd and 5, got to get to the 35-yard line, we'll say, as the snap is high. The give, James bounces it outside. He'll have enough as he's got Newcomb blocking for him out in front inside the 25-yard line before he's brought down by Carlos Mesa. Another big run for Lamonte James, and this is the Ventura offense we expected to see.
Yeah, you're going to see right here, just tremendous vision. Kind of bounces it outside, nothing doing up the middle, bounces it out, then turns on the jets a little bit. So again, College of the Canyons a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 5.
Injury timeout on the field.
And he gets a chunk play like that. It's got to be disheartening, especially when you've, already turned the ball over in that manner.
As Branson Lewis, the man getting helped off the field, one of the offensive linemen for Ventura. Good to see him up, and that's certainly a guy that Ventura does not want to lose. The offensive lineman out of Camarillo High School. He'll get some treatment. Ventura will go back to work on the offensive side. 3:14 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 21-7 in favor of College of the Canyons. The Pirates had the first 7 points of the ball game on a 19-yard Lamonte James touchdown run, but then the Cougars with 3 straight passing touchdowns. One from Floyd DeBrooks for 31 yards in the first quarter. Then an 8-yard touchdown pass from Cam Faust to Bryce Dixon in the late portion of the second quarter. And then a 13-yard touchdown pass from Floyd to Noah Staples here in the 3rd quarter to stretch the lead. As we go to work here on 1st and 10 for Ventura. Snap is high, give to James. He dives through the pile and falls forward. Boy, just fell forward for 3 yards, but just rolling forward the whole way.
Yeah, and he's starting to get into a groove. This whole Ventura offensive unit finally starting to reemerge. We saw a little taste of it there in the first quarter. But again, those hard yards are sometimes the most important. And now the Pirates in striking distance again.
So 2nd down and 7, ball at the 20-yard line. They'll give to James. He's inside the red zone as he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for 2 or 3 yards as Jeremiah Alemeo had the tackle. And it'll bring up 3rd and about half the chains for Ventura. They need to get down to the, looks like the 12-yard, 13-yard line for COC. 3rd and 5 here as Irvin pointing out directions, wants to throw, looking left the whole way. Will move the pocket that way. Throws, pass over the middle, caught and brought down inside the 10-yard line for Ventura was Caleb Alvery. We have not seen Eli Aragon at all today for Ventura. He's their big gun. The Cougars have done a good job on the near side, really keeping him out of the play. But it's a good first down for Ventura. And another injury timeout here is one of the Cougars down. Looks like it's Mario Kiach, and that's not one you want to see for COC.
Definitely not an impactful player. And he's in good hands down there with our amazing training staff. But again, anytime you see one of those big guys down on the field, you kind of hold your breath a little bit. Nice job by Ventura on that last play, kind of adjusting the route and waiting for it. It's imperative that they get points here on this drive.
Kiach walking off, so that's good to see. So 2:02, Cougars will get a chance to talk about the defensive spot here. It's 1st and goal from the 7-yard line for Ventura. This is a really good Ventura drive, maybe their best of the ball game other than their first, as they've sustained it quite well. 7 plays, 59 yards so far, trying to cash in the turnover from COC with 7 points.
Yeah, their best drive, and probably the most crucial point in the game right now. They would have been facing disaster with that short field.
Pistol here. Handoff, James dives forward inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. 2nd down and goal from there.
Cougars definitely going to have their work cut out for them here this close to the goal line. Let's see what defensive coordinator Daniel Corbett's able to dial up here. Definitely got a lot of big bodies he can rotate in, try to clog things up. But when you're facing an offense like this, they're not a one-dimensional strike. A lot of things to try and counter.
They'll give to James, tries to get the edge. Cougars able to string him out, and he's lost a yard, maybe 2. They'll give him a generous spot at the 4-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 4. That's a good job on the outside by COC, as I want to say it was R.B. Wilson that kind of helped force him out there.
Yeah, you're going to see him same thing, kind of just, establish that edge, stand your ground, and follow through with the takedown.
So 3rd and goal from the 4. 55 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter game clock. Irvin changing the play at the line of scrimmage as he waves his hand over his head. Has James to his right, will give to James. Cuts it back inside, dives for the end zone, and he's in for a touchdown. That's a good physical run from Lamonte James to just force his way in for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, you saw the defender was there, met him right at the goal line. James is too much of a head of steam to be stopped on that one. And Ventura College right back in this ballgame. Like you said, Matt, cashed in on the turnover, really flipped the script. And there was a couple 2-3 guys there to meet him. Victory Vaca once again. But
yeah, Jeremiah Mayo came across to lay a hat on him and just couldn't keep him out of the end zone. So it's Pimentel for the point after. Pimentel this year, 37 and 39, and he has it blocked. Cougars trying to pick it up and return it for 2. A chance here for COC as in behind, all the way down to the 20-yard line for the Cougars as Timothy Jackson takes it in for 2 for College of the Canyons on a blocked field goal, extra point attempt.
Wow, talk about a big play when you need it the most. There is a flag on the field, but I think it's going to be for excessive celebration. A little bit of a high step. But he was excited on that one, so you can hardly blame him. But a tremendous job, Matt, not only with the block, but getting the return.
The fact that he picked it up, Jesse, was stalled and then just sprinted down the field.
And that's that speed out there. You get up the ball in a defensive back's hands. Usually good things are going to happen. The officials huddle to talk about it.
Yeah, Ted Isenda has his hat off down here at the 20-yard line.
Hoping nothing. The same thing, you see the Ventura coaches starting to kind of inch closer and closer, looking for that explanation.
Yeah. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense.
Oh.
The foul is enforced in the field of play. The score is no good and will be enforced on the kickoff.
So it's unsportsmanlike conduct on the field of play for the high step, and the point is no good. But it gives the Cougars an 8-point lead, 21-13. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I was about to say, how do you take points off the board for someone showing emotion and celebrating? Yes, maybe you give them the yardage penalty, but to call that in the field of play, my goodness, he returns it all that way. I feel like you got to give him the points. And maybe a little misguided, the coaches will talk to him about, hey, you don't need to do that, not at this point of the game, but this is a rivalry game, a lot of excitement, a lot of passion. You can hardly fault him for that. So an unfortunate turn of events. The block still could loom large here, Matt, especially in this close of a contest.
No,
but I'm with you. It's something new every week that you haven't seen, and that's one of them.
Not only is it the try no good, Ventura kicking off from the 50-yard line. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, that the try is no good and they get the yardage on the kickoff. Now the official's going to talk about it here. Nope, never mind. The white hat just running to the other side of the field.
Yeah, Coach Isenda, you got to think is disappointed there at that call.
So likely, I would imagine. This goes out of the back of the end zone from there, but you never know. Dixon and Rivera standing back at the goal line with their heels on the goal line. It's Pimentel to kick this one away for Ventura from the midfield stripe with 40 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. He drives this one over the head of the Cougars back at the goal line. It'll be a touchback. The Cougars will take over at their own 25-yard line here with 40 seconds to go on the 3rd quarter game clock after what they thought was going to be a punt block, an extra point block for a return for 2. Instead, it's points off the board, but it's an 8-point lead.
Yeah, regardless, they didn't come away with the points. That's still a tremendous big-time play by Jackson. Being able to scoop that up
He was at a dead standstill when he picked that ball up and just took off.
Just
Nobody
turned it
behind
on, yep. So, you know, maybe College of the Canyons, 40 seconds left in the quarter. You try and get some offensive play. You try to resettle things for what is going to be a pivotal and all-important fourth quarter.
Dunn in the backfield here. Floyd, the quarterback. They'll give to Dunn. He's hit in the backfield, escapes one tackle, but then brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he fell forward for a yard. It was Isaiah Garcia on the tackle, as there was a man in the backfield that time. Not much that Dunn could have done to get more than a yard. Cougars taking their time here. I would venture a guess to say they walk it off to the sidelines and take this into the fourth quarter with an 8-point lead, and that indeed looks like what College of the Canyons is going to do. So a 21-13 lead for COC. We will head to the fourth quarter here from Cougar Stadium when we come back. College of the Canyons football on the Cougar Sports Network is presented by Jersey Mike's. Try one of our authentic, fresh sliced, and fresh grilled subs, always made to order. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. UCLA Health, delivering leading-edge patient care, research, and education. Chick-fil-A, we may be in the restaurant business, but really, we're about serving people. It's the little things. If you have a business and want to support COC Athletics, please contact the athletic department at 661-362-3491. Go Cougs!
Can't get enough of watching Jersey Mike's freshly grilled hot subs right in front of me. In fact, I like watching nice and close. Oh, yeah.
The eyes just moved.
It's just the steam from the grill. You're seeing things.
Look at that sizzle.
Did you hear that?
Relax, it's just the grill.
Yeah, it's just the grill.
Welcome back. If you go to the fourth quarter, COC lined up, ready to go. They have the football second and 9 from their own 26-yard line. As Floyd to throw here, has a screen, throws to Dixon, pass caught just inside the 30. He's got room to run up the near sideline, tiptoeing down, and he falls out of bounds at the 45-yard line. We'll see where they spot him out. It looks like it's the 48-yard line of Ventura, 49-yard line of Ventura, but a nice little play to Dixon out of the little screen pass.
Yeah, Dixon's having a great game there on the slot. And you're going to see here, nice pitch and catch. But look at the block by 16. Really springs him, gets him to the sideline. That's a tremendous job downfield. Dixon having an impact on this game. You know, has kind of waited patiently at times for a chance under center. This might be the role for him, Matt.
And you talked about a good block from Noah Staples, who has been very active in the blocking game so far today as the tight end. As Floyd to throw here on 1st and 10. There's going to be a flag for holding. This one nearly intercepted. They're going to say it's incomplete on the ground. Nearly a great play from McKelligan as he got a hand on it, but just couldn't keep it off the turf. And it's going to back the Cougars up anyway. They're going to go back 10 yards for a holding penalty.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw. We're going to see where the penalty was on. I think it was both sides, on both tackles. Probably could have been called. Ventura with a tremendous pass rush on that one coming out of the quarter break.
Holding on the offense, number 62. 10-yard penalty remains, first down.
So it'll back the Cougars up to their own 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20 here off the holding penalty as they gave it to Oscar Adolfson.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was way off. I was pointing the tackles, and they got the center. So, but again, credit to the Pirates. I mean, there was a lot of guys coming in hot pursuit. Cougars did everything they could to just kind of hold them off.
Two backs here for Emery Floyd as he stands in the backfield with two receivers out to the far side. They fake the pitch. They pitch it inside to Bryce Dixon, and he's brought down hard on a huge hit by McKelligan. Spencer McKelligan, who had 44 tackles on the year, with a big hit on Donovan Dunn.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big hit. He just stops him right in his tracks. Credit to 44. Again, stayed low, kind of just launched into him, shot the hips, and took him down. So, Donovan Dunn will feel that one, but I bet you if you ask him, he's ready to go once again.
You got a little bit shook up on that one, too. Swatted me with your hand that time as we'll go 2nd and 13. Ball spotted at the COC 48-yard line. Pistol formation once again for COC. They'll give Brooks a little dive play up the middle, got to the 50. Yards short of the initial marker, so it'll be 3rd down and 11 for College of the Canyons.
Well, you talked about Malik Brooks here getting another toad at it.
Staples out there on the block again.
But the play before, the excitement, we're calling this game, but we're fans just like all you guys at home. You see a good play, a hard hit, it's bound to bring up some excitement. And that's exactly what happened there.
3rd and 11 ball exactly on the midfield stripe, the 50-yard line. Cougars need to get to the Ventura 39 for a 1st down. So a 3rd and long for COC, who's 6 of 11 on 3rd down today, converting pretty solidly for College of the Canyons. As Brooks into the backfield as an extra blocker. Floyd to throw. Pass is not going to be nearly close enough for a 1st down as it's caught by Travis Royal. And immediately a flag down the field at the 40-yard line here.
We'll see what this translates to. College of the Canyons looking for some help on this drive. Would like anything to prolong things a bit more.
That was Royal's first reception of the ball game. COC this year just 43% on 3rd down, so they've been clicking pretty good today. Now they're marching over to the Ventura sideline. It's going to be on COC.
Ventura's going to, it looks like they're going to decline this.
Well, they said decline it. Now they're.
Interference on the offense, number 16. 15-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
They're gonna take it. They initially waved it like they were going to decline it. Now they're going to take it. It's a pass interference on COC. I think it was on Noah Staples.
Yeah, they called 16, so didn't see it on that one. But one of those things, Ventura's had success on the short field. If you can back them up a little bit more, get the ball in your hands, you stay strong on this one, get off the field. You're going to be working with some healthy field position as the Pirates continue to turn the tables here on College of the Canyons.
All the way back to the COC 35-yard line go the Cougars. Need to get to the Ventura 39 for a 1st down. At this point, just trying to get some yards to flip the field position. Floyd, little room to run across his own 45, and he's finally brought down as Zane Carter, the punter and defensive back, able to come up and make the tackle. He's also the leading tackler on the Ventura squad. And they'll bring up 4th down, and the Cougars will kick this one away with Tony Johnson.
And that'll help Tony Johnson a little bit, getting a little bit of more yardage. Floyd running hard like he always does, trying to straight arm out of that one. Just too many dudes around, eventually got him by the feet. And so a lot of time here, but you don't want to continue to give the Pirates these opportunities.
Good punt from Johnson this time. Reed calls for the fair catch at his own 14-yard line and takes it there. Actually, Eli Aragon on the fair catch. So Ventura pinned deep once again inside the 20-yard line. That's the 17th time this season Tony Johnson's pins the opposition inside the 20. And the Cougars defense will come back out on the field to try and shut down this Ventura offense, who got a little bit rolling the last time out, using a heavy dose of Lamonte James.
And I would expect to see much more of the same. You got this offensive line starting to click a little bit. College of the Canyons facing a bit of adversity their last couple of possessions. And so if you're Ventura, you really want to force the issue here and continue to go with what's working for you.
The handoff will be to Thompson. He's right up the middle with a head of steam across the 25 out to the 30-yard line. Big chunk run. Give him 14 for Jalen Thompson.
And you're going to see here, look at 54 with the quick pull, and he just follows right up behind him. 54, Poop Aina out of Oxnard. That's a tremendous job. That's a big body getting out in space and making that pull block.
So they'll give again. Thompson just pushing people forward. Give him an 8-yard gain that time. So Ventura, steady dose right now of Jalen Thompson after Lamonte James had the ball on the last drive for Ventura.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, I would expect more and more of this.
And again, they keep it on the ground. Again, a big chunk play. Maybe only taking away more yards as he stumbled and fell was Thompson. And you see why these two guys are nearly 1,000-yard rushers coming into the game today. Lamonte James up over it after his performance so far with 107 yards. And Thompson pretty close now, up over 100 yards in the ballgame.
Yeah, I mean, it's really pick your poison. If you're, College of the Canyons, who do you want to see out there? And both of them behind this big offensive line are dangerous.
That time it was James. He didn't have any room to run. A gain of a yard. I think Thompson actually 50 or 46 yards short of a 1,000-yard season.
Injury timeout.
And now there's a timeout on the field. One of the Ventura Pirates down. Looks like it's a cramp more than anything for Ventura. I don't see who is down. It might be Lamonte James, actually, the man down.
Yeah, might have cramped up a little bit. He's been working hard out there, that's for sure.
And he's had a good game. 13 carries, 107 yards, averaging 8.2, a couple of touchdowns, a long of 21. He and Jalen Thompson each over 100 yards again today, as they've done so many times this year. Thompson with 4 100-yard rushing games coming into the game, so now give him 5. James with 6 100-yard rushing games on the season, and that's really what we expected to see when we talked about it in the pregame, was to see a Ventura squad that's going to run the ball, despite the fact that Chris Irvin, who is a bounce back from Washington State, a transfer walk-on at Washington State University in 2021, he redshirted. It's a very capable quarterback as a freshman.
Yeah, and credit to Ventura also to sticking with their game plan. I mean, you get down 2 touchdowns. College of the Canyons, definitely had all the momentum going for them. Ventura stuck to their guns, was able to come out in the second half and reestablish what they wanted to do, and that's been translated to success here. Now with the ball here in the fourth quarter.
Thompson on 2nd and 9, right up the middle, and he's met just at the line of scrimmage. That one looked like it hurt. Coming up to hit him that time was Del Monte Barnes, as Thompson did not look comfortable initially as he pops up.
Well, I kind of flinched a few plays ago over the other side. I did it just again with Del Monte Barnes. It's a young man that came in there flying with the hat. He's able to make the big stop. You hear the bells, 3rd down.
3rd and 8 here for Ventura. They're going to throw. Irvin, 5-step drop. Throws on a little screen. Pass caught on the near side at the 50-yard line. They're fighting his way to the 40 for a first down for Ventura. Is Cody Hoffman, the tight end. That's a good designed play from Jake Coleman, the offensive coordinator for Ventura. And then a late flag. As I was looking down, I didn't see who it's going to go against.
Hold the flag. I want to say maybe he bumped into the official. I'm not sure if that's what the flag was on. Maybe some John over there. Coach Iacinda staring out, waiting for that call. See how it goes.
The result of the play is a first down. After the play, personal foul, number 90 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
It's a 15-yard penalty on Victory Vaca. It's going to march the ball all the way down to the 25-yard line of COC. Ventura trailing by 8 now.
We'll see if we see it. You see Vaca tied up with 2 or 3 guys. Just out of frame there. So didn't see where the penalty actually came from. But, I mean, there was a lot of guys on him slapping and fighting for position. Coach Iacinda kind of with his hands up. Can I get an explanation on that? How do you make that call? But nevertheless, the Pirates with a first down, knocking again.
25-yard line they give Thompson, met by 4 Cougars at the line of scrimmage that time. Again, Del Monte Barnes was there. Victory Vaca was there. It looked like R.B. Wilson the 5th was there as well. It's no gain on the play. It'll bring 2nd down and 10.
And Matt, that's exactly how you want to respond. You come up, you line up, you get your boys together, you gang tackle that one.
Ventura trying to run to the weak side that time. A good switchback by Thompson. He has a block. He's across the 10. He's into the end zone. A 25-yard touchdown scamper from Jalen Thompson after he looked like he was locked up at the line of scrimmage. Just able to slip a couple of tackles, found a hole, and went in for the end zone.
I mean, that's a tremendous run, Matt, because they had him stopped dead in his tracks. And he just kind of put his foot in the ground and reversed out. Blockers ahead of him.
It's a good block on the outside.
100 tried to get the angle, just wasn't able to get to him. but a great vision and the athleticism, like you said, to just change directions like that and get in the end zone. Got to go for 2. This is a ball game and a pivotal play here on this extra point.
Yeah, Ventura really no choice, trailing by 2, 21-19. They'll leave Thompson in the backfield. They'll send one in motion. Irvin will take the snap. They're going to throw for it here. Throws over the middle pass. Fought for inside the end zone.
Did he come up with it?
I think Ajani Smith has the interception.
I want to say it was at least nothing more a tie. He's coming up with the ball, running like he got it. The official's still huddled up talking about it. We don't have the benefit of replay, but I feel like if they both had their hands on the ball, there's no way that he came up with that without it being jostled.
And the Cougars come out fired up.
That's again another big play on that extra point attempt.
You can see him battling
Johnny
for it right
Smith
there.
with his hands on the ball.
That's a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, it is. That's a judgment call.
The result of the play is an interception.
And Ventura sidelines going crazy, asking what's happening. College of the Canyon sidelines going wild in celebration. We got the cheer squad on the sideline. We got the fans standing at attention down there by the 20-yard line. Let's see it again. Johnny Smith showing his strength, just keeping his hands on the ball.
That's him and Eli Aragon battling for that football. They both caught it at nearly the same time.
The only thing I can see, and again, I don't know if the official even saw it, when they both hit the ground, looked like maybe a little bit of a jostle, that the ball comes loose. But, I mean, that's tough to call, and I don't know how they would have seen that from their position. That's one of those ones where you need the benefit of replay.
Yeah, and we just don't have that in the 3C2A. We have it here, of course, on SCV TV and the Cougar Sports Network, but unfortunately, the 3C2A does not have a provision for that. So the Cougars get a big break, and it's a big play from Ajani Smith right on cue when the Cougars defense needed one. They keep a 2-point lead, and Ajani Smith, another local product, as we talked about in pregame, with a massive play for College of the Canyons.
Yeah, right place, right time, and then finishing it off with that strength to not let the ball get ripped away.
Rivera going to field this one at the 5-yard line on a hop, runs it back to the near hash, and he's brought down before the 25-yard line. Making the tackle for Ventura was Cargo coming up to hit him. And the Cougars will take over at their own 23. So a big drive upcoming for the COC offense. You've seen your 14-point lead evaporate down to 2 as you lead 21-19 with 8:57 to go in the third quarter.
And now, Matt, you got a decision. How do you want to do this? Because you definitely need points. You know, that goes without saying, especially against this offense that have moved the ball and scored. And, you know, at the same time, clock starts to become a factor. You know, you want to kind of run things down. You don't want to give them too much of an opportunity. You got to figure both teams getting at least one more possession. You know, College of Canyons, a lot of options here. I'd like to see him start off running the ball, see what happens there, get Malik Brooks, Donovan Dunn and company back in action.
They have Malik Brooks in the backfield. Noah Staples in there in a fullback spot. They'll give to Brooks. He's patient enough to work his way forward for 2 yards as he gets out to the 25-yard line from the 22. Not much doing right up the middle that time for Malik Brooks.
And Matt, you know, no matter which route you choose to take, which fork in the road you want to go with, it's imperative you wrap up and you protect this ball. You cannot afford to put one on the turf or have one get picked off. That's going to be imperative here the rest of the way.
Cougars go 5 wide here on 2nd down and 8, so changing it up completely here. Emery Floyd, a 5-step drop, looking downfield, trying for a man, has Brooks, caught at the 30, inside the 20 for a huge play. Malik Brooks with a first down, and the Cougars are in business in the red zone.
Malik Brooks continues to play outstanding football here tonight, and we've seen it once again. Big time pitch and throw. Malik Brooks running in tandem with the receiver down the sideline. That's the 3rd time they've used this play. The first time that it's worked out. Just had a step on his guy. Nice concentration bringing it in.
That's his 5th reception of the ball game. He only had 9 all year. He's up over 100 yards receiving in the ball game. He's got 72 on the ground, and the Cougars are in the just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. In business, 1st and 10. Brooks on the carry, dives back, picks up a couple of yards down to the 16-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it 5.
Malik Brooks, that's just a tremendous job of stepping up and responding in a big-time game like this. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, we hope he's got some fans watching because he is having an outstanding night here. And something you'd love to see, especially for the Cougar fans. College of the Canyons knocking on the door. They have the ability now to take their time a little bit at this point of the field. It's imperative that you get the points here. Swing this momentum, keep it in the Cougars' favor.
That same pistol formation we've seen a few times today for COC. They'll give Brooks, tries to follow Staples up the left side, nowhere to go. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring it 3rd down and 6 here for College of the Canyons, and I would imagine you try and take as much of the play clock as you can here on this 3rd down play.
Yeah, at this point, you just got to try to wind things down. That's a nice job by number 11, number 93, James Gillespie, in there to finish it off. Just kind of closing that hole, waiting for the blocker to pass him, and just stood their ground. But a big 3rd down here. Got to get points.
It's a 2-point game right now, 21-19. 6:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Floyd with Brooks to his right will fake. He'll run right up the middle, looking for room, dives to the 10, a flag. There's going to be a hold on COC. Cougars are all offensive line throwing their hands up like, what did we do? It was going to be short of a 1st down, I believe, anyway.
Yeah, like you said, Matt, offensive lineman looking. I mean, it wasn't a pass block hold. Or maybe they just
holding offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty.
Call it on Samuel Sefa.
And we'll see. Maybe it's one of those things where he just gets tangled up and the takedown.
Yep, it's right there. It's just run blocking.
I've got a hard time calling that a hold. I mean, that's a sustained block where you took your man to the ground.
Maybe just a little outside for the
I guess if it's slightly outside the cylinder, but I mean, come on, that's hard-nosed football in the 4th quarter of a rivalry game. You got to let these guys play a little bit.
Now, 3rd and 14. Cougars need to get down to the Ventura 12, maybe 11-yard line, maybe the 10-yard line. I can't tell where the sticks are. That's so bad of me. I can't tell where the sticks are. It doesn't matter. It's 3rd and 14. Floyd to throw. Pass is caught. Brooks gets to the 20. Still on his feet trying to fight ahead. He will not have enough for the 1st down. They'll push him out of bounds at the 19-yard line. So the Cougars will be about 9-10 yards short here. And now COC has the decision. I think they're going to send Asa Johnson out to try for 3 and at least put some points on the board.
Yeah, and that's the right call. You got to get the 3 and then regroup on defense.
It'll be a 35-yard field goal here for Johnson. His long is 43. He's 0 for 1 today. He missed on a 25-yarder earlier. Clock ticking at 5:40 right now. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is no good once again. Believe that one went wide right once again for Asa Johnson. So it stays a 2-point game. He's 0 for 2 today. That's just tough. You had a chance. It's hard to tell from our angle.
Yeah, wasn't able to tell on that one. But the Pirates sideline definitely happy with that result. And so now College of the Canyons, you know, they've looked to each other all season long. The offense picks up the defense picks up the offense, and no time better than to do it again. And you see the Cougar defensive front out there ready to roll, and it's going to take a big effort to close out this game.
As James, the feature back, Irvin looking to throw, wanting one downfield over the middle, nearly intercepted and dropped as it was wide open for one of the Cougar defenders. It looked like it was...
That's going to be Andre Bray.
Yeah, I was going to say Andre Bray.
You know what? That's a tough play to make over your shoulder, looking up into the lights like that. You know, you ask him, he'll tell you he wants it back. But still, you know, it's a tough play to track down. He had it in his hands, though.
Took his eye off it just a second, I think. So 2nd down, they'll give this time. Nowhere for James as he stumbled. I think he tripped over Chris Irvin that time. So now it's a 3rd and 11 as they're going to lose a yard here for Ventura. Clock ticking at 5:10. As they're inside their own 20 now, back to their own 19. 3rd and long here for the Pirates.
Yeah, and that's a nice job just kind of responding. R.B. Wilson in to make the short stop, but just kind of responding and not letting the disappointment of that last play translate over. Still some work to do here on 3rd and long.
Irvin takes the snap, gives to James, dives back up the middle, nowhere for him to go as he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Bunch of bodies in there. Will Mafu, one of the men, was in there. I think first contact was, R.B. Wilson, but Mafu came down and wrapped him up.
Yeah, Will Mafu in there making plays, and that's exactly what we talked about, Matt. You have your defense lift you up and get this ball back in your hands. Mafu's got a little cheering section down there at the 20-yard line. They were going crazy a moment ago.
Well, they were here early today, too. They were out there having the family reunion in the parking lot. We saw
them there. A lot of relatives here, a lot of excited Cougar supporters in the house tonight.
So Carter to punt this one away, standing back inside of his own 10. A wobbly punt taken by Rivera at the 40-yard line, and he's driven all the way back to the 35, but they're going to spot him where he caught the ball at the 43. So a great defensive drive from COC as they go 3 and out against Ventura, and the Cougars get the football back with 3:58. And now, once again, if you're COC, now it's a matter of get a couple of first downs and maybe put this game on ice.
Yeah, you know, if you're College of the Canyons, I can see Coach Iacinda there with his arms folded, ready to go. Mark Dumlau came over to talk to the huddle. Matt, if you're College of the Canyons, your goal is to not give this ball. This is it. You want to maintain this possession. You get points if you can. But other than that, you're trying to dictate the rest of this game and force your will on this team and just kind of, hey, run things out.
Donovan Dunn, the feature back this time, as Emery Floyd stays at the quarterback. He's going to option run right up the middle on a design draw across the 50. Still on his feet, had a block out in front, is able to come out way outside. It was Mauso Palau and pushing guys out of the way. And it's a first down for Emery Floyd across the 45 to the 44 of Ventura.
Yeah, this is a nice job. Just a little bit of a delayed draw. Floyd gets up behind those big bodies like he's done all night long. You don't risk the handoff. You keep the ball in Floyd's hands. And again, Matt, you know, this Coach Iacinda will tell you this is a blue-collar program, a program that works for these situations. Nobody out-conditions the Cougars. Nobody outworks the Cougars. And hopefully this is what it translates, the ability to close out the final 4 minutes of this game and get out of here with a win.
Cougars taking their time up to the line of scrimmage. 5 on the play clock here for Floyd, as he's going to wait and take the snap with 1. Keeps it himself on another draw. Just dives ahead for a yard. Brought down at the line of scrimmage that time by Lucien Bambino. And it'll be second down, and Ventura going to use one of their 3 timeouts. Stop the clock at 3:06. Good timeout from Steve Meshuggah, who's a very experienced head coach, 13th year. We haven't talked about him. All-time wins leader in Ventura college history, 4 straight league titles from 2014 to 2017. So a guy that's been around the block, kind of been everywhere.
Yeah, done a tremendous job with this program. And, you know, we talked about it at the beginning. You know, it seems almost every year, College of the Canyons, Ventura, it's an important game whenever they meet. You know, you talk about last year, you shared a tri-championship with Canyons, Alan Hancock, and this Ventura team. You know, College of the Canyons not in the mix for the title this year, but it's still Alan Hancock and Ventura. So, you know, one of those teams respected around the state, and it starts with the coaching staff and what they've been able to do. Matt, I'm going to go back to it. This has been a tremendous contest here tonight from start to finish. I know we got a long way to go with 3 minutes. It's still anyone's ball game, but it's been a lot of fun to see 2 great programs like this go to battle. And not just battle for a quarter here and there, a couple plays, right down the stretch to the final whistle.
Yeah,
Let's go.
For those of you Ventura fans, we're trying to get you a score, but of course the websites aren't working. Here's Donovan Dunn across the 40 down to the 39-yard line, and Ventura once again going to stop the clock at 3 minutes. So if you're COC, you need a first down here. Force Ventura to use that 3rd timeout and be able to take more time off the clock, and they're going to need to get about 5 yards to get there. They need to get to the 29-yard line of Ventura.
Again, nice job by Dunn. Excuse me. Nice job by Dunn protecting the ball, taking it down to the ground. To the point of the game, you got everybody ripping and clawing, trying to jar that loose. That's exactly what the Pirates are hoping for here. And so, yeah, Matt, what do you do here? This is one of those times where you need to dial up a gotta-have-it play. Cougars certainly have some options, a lot of bodies out there that they could go to. But like you said, you get this first down here at this point of the game with 3 minutes and under 3 minutes by the time the play concludes. You really are going to put the Pirates with their backs up against the wall. And I think from there, you get this first down here, you're able to dictate the rest of things. It all comes down to this snap. Who wants it more? Who's going to be able to deliver?
Extra bodies in there to block for COC as I saw Bennett Bodeker run out. Noah Staples in there in a fullback spot. Dunn, the lone back in the backfield right now. 2 receivers out to each side. It's going to be Floyd. There's going to be a flag for a hold on COC. As it's going to go against Sefa, who tackled his man down to the ground. And the hard part about that is it stops the clock, too, for Ventura. It gives them a free timeout.
Yeah, aside from the turnover, that's the absolute last thing you want to happen. Like you said, you give them the gift, you stop the clock. You back yourselves up here. Let's wait for the official call before we get ahead of ourselves. But
Offside.
Oh, it was offside on the defense.
5-yard penalty results a first down.
So that gives the Cougars a first down. Ventura not going to use a timeout here. I thought for sure, it came out real fast. I thought it was a hold because I saw Sefa tackle
you're
his
absolutely
man.
right. We just saw it on the replay there. Maybe that's one of those things where it was actually a pancake block and not the outside the cylinder. So either way, I can't let myself get too downtrodden on those because, like you said, it turned out the other way.
And it helps out, too, because the clock now back in motion at 2:40. Ventura opts not to use a timeout, so the Cougars now, fresh set of downs, can try and run this clock down inside a minute at the very least. As they'll keep it with Floyd. He'll follow Dunn right up the middle, add a couple extra blockers, spins down inside the 30, down to the 28 of Ventura, and the clock will continue to tick down inside of 2:20.
And now it's everybody just line up, focus, know your assignment, and execute. Saw a nice little kick block there by Dunn. I would not expect the ball to leave Emory Floyd's hands much more here tonight. He can carry it.
Yeah, Floyd 124 yards on 12 carries right now.
And you just don't want to put the ball on the turf here. It's not to take away anything from Dunn or Brooks or anyone else who might have the opportunity. But Floyd, if it's working for Floyd, let's keep it rolling.
Well, it keeps out that handoff point that sometimes can create problems as the Cougars will snap it with 1. They'll give it to Dunn this time. He piles forward for 1.5 yards. I thought Ventura might have been offside on that play again. They had a man in the backfield before the snap even got off.
And they're going to wait, get one more snap off. Thought they might take the timeout there. Here comes the jumbo package on 3rd and short. And I tell you, Matt, this is one of those ones you practice all season long. You run sprints, you lift weights, you do all that work. And it's to get the 2 yards in a position like this, close out this ball game.
Clock will be inside a minute when this ball is snapped, as there's 14 seconds on the game clock, 108, or 14 seconds on the play clock, 108 on the game clock, now 105. Cougars going to take it all the way down, and I think they're going to call a timeout before the play. They're not even going to get to the line of scrimmage. And, yeah, they certainly do take a timeout with 56 seconds to go. That'll give us a chance to say some quick thank yous. It's been a great year this year on the Cougar Sports Network. We want to say some thank yous to everybody that's helped us out. First, the SoCal College sports crew, Emery Johnson, Lorenzo Osuna, Mike Cepeda. They did our first 4 games of production. They were great. Of course, the crew here today from SCV TV. We got to thank executive producers Leon Warden, Susan Shapiro, Mike Mazzetti, and Jessica Boyer. Our producer, Elizabeth Medina, who's downstairs helping us out right now. Our director, Brandon Morris. Our sound mixer, Thomas Davidson. Our graphics guy, Louis Vila. Our replay operator, Daniel Leary. Our camera operators, Haley Cook, Ryan Rivera, Antonio Curiel, and Corey Rubin down on the sideline. Our PA, Christopher Casey. Of course, we have to thank Ted Iacenda and the COC Cougar football staff. Chad Peters, our athletic director. You guys at home, our fans who come out and watch all our games here on the Cougar Sports Network on SCV TV here at the stadium as well. And finally, one final thank you from you and I. Ashley, Alice, and Bobby Munoz, Amy and Marin Robinson, our families, and really all the Cougar families that are involved. Without you guys letting us come out here and fool around for 4 hours, we don't get to have any fun. So We really appreciate all you as it's a big 3rd down and 2 play with 56 seconds to go in the ball game. Floyd and Dunn as we'll go right back into it here. They came out without the jumbo package. Floyd going to take it, trying to fight. He's going to be a yard short of the 1st down. And now I wonder, it looks like Ventura going to let.
There's a flag on the field.
Play.
Came from the backfield.
Huh? Okay.
And we wait to see what the discussion is here. Ted Iacenda looks a bit angered here.
We wait for the discussion. We want to say thank you to Chick-fil-A all year long. They've sponsored our home games, and they sponsor the player of the game. And today's player of the game is Malik Brooks, who's had a phenomenal performance for COC. 14 carries, 76 yards. 5 receptions, 117 yards, and a touchdown. So the Chick-fil-A player of the game is Malik Brooks. He'll get a gift card to Chick-fil-A. Go get some free food on him. He's had a nice game.
Yeah, tremendous job, Malik. And, way to step it up. The biggest game of the season. Coming out here, giving your team a boost. And again, Matt, just another thank you to Chick-fil-A. I'm proud to be partners with them for this 2023 season. They were a big part of our Veterans Day pregame event.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
The clock will start on the snap.
Clock starts on the snap at 50 seconds. That's a benefit to COC as it does run the clock down.
Not the worst thing that could happen. You don't want to lose the yardage, but another crack at this thing.
So now,
go ahead.
I was going to say now it backs them up to 3rd and 7. Ball spotted back at the Ventura 31-yard line. The Cougars need to get to the 24 here. Clock starts on the snap. Cougars looking at the sideline here. Tense times in a 2-point ball game. Floyd will walk up to the line of scrimmage with Dunn to his left. Floyd will take it. Dunn and Floyd. Floyd diving. He might have gotten the marker. Does see the spot? The near side judge says he has it at the 29-yard line. Everybody's sprinting in. They're going to stop the clock and measure and see where the spot is.
I think the far side official had him a little short.
The near side official had him right at the number.
And that's what they're going to talk about here. And everyone coming John and pushing. You don't want to have a penalty here, so step back, let the officials decide.
And they're going to bring out the chains.
Yeah, but Floyd, look at that extension. Just a hard-nosed run. You can tell that he wants this one.
He's going to be short. They spotted him. I think the spot's short. I think they gave him it's a short spot for him. It looked like he reached out to the 24-yard line. They've spotted him at the 24 and a half.
I was going to say, if he's short, it's not by much more than a couple inches. And College of the Canyons, I can't speak for what they're going to do, but the offense is still on the field, and I feel like this is one you go for it and you win this game right here. Let's wait for the measurement.
Yeah, and he's going to be a yard
short.
It's
about a yard short. I still think you line up and go for it.
And they will say it's a yard short. It'll be 4th down, and you can see Ted Iacenda with his hand saying, let's go.
Let's go. We're going for it. This I promise. Line up and see what happens.
And it'll be interesting to see if Ventura decides to take their final timeout right now with 42 seconds left.
You got to figure they have to. I mean, even if you stop them here.
Time is out of the play. Ventura.
Yeah, and they do take their final timeout.
The play was dead at 45 seconds. Please reset the game clock to seconds.
I mean, this is the ball game, Matt, this play. I mean, if you're Ventura, you take the timeout here. You give yourself at least a chance to get off a couple of shots. But it's now or never for both sides. I mean, who wants it more? That's what it's going to come down to. Who's going to be able to execute, get that yard. It's cliche. It's a game of inches, and you fight and scrape all year long. And it comes down to a moment like this. In College of the Canyons, hey, this has been a battle from start to finish.
Start to finish. It's been a really good one.
And, exactly what we expected. It's been a lot of fun to call, a lot of fun to see.
Maybe a little lower scoring than we expected, seeing the offense and the defenses on each side. But credit the Cougar defense. They've really made it tough on this Ventura offense that was high-flying. And the Cougars offense did their job. 21 points on the board, trying to finish the game right here. Maybe a little jumbo package or College of the Canyons version of the brotherly shove maybe here we might see?
I think you line up, you tighten up your splits. You come out here like a band of brothers.
There's a lot of big bodies out for COC.
You come out here and you push and you do everything you need to do to get that yard.
As you can see right now for COC, if you look at the huddle, that's pretty much every offensive lineman they've got running out there right now. The officials still talking about a lot right now.
And Floyd looks like he's looking for an explanation where they spotted the ball in relation to where they need to go. The way the ball's spotted now, it looks like it's almost right up against the mark. Still talking about things. Yeah. Coach Isinda with his arms folded. Let's get this thing going.
And Ventura's sideline marching around.
Now they're looking for an explanation. You
Still
measured the
shaking it
ball,
out
you
there,
marked it, and now it looks like it's in a different spot.
Looks like the yard markers are in a different spot. It looks like they moved the yard markers back a yard.
And so what's official here?
So now they're, okay, I was going to say, somebody was stepping on the chain or something. That's the only explanation I could have right there. Like, something was wrong. The chain was hung up.
Chain got wrapped up a little bit.
They did. They had it They had it the wrong yard marker. I was going to say the back yardage marker was at the 35, which would have made this a first down. So anyway, it'll be 4th and 1. 25-yard line. 45 seconds on the ball game. And this is the ball game for Ventura right now. If the Cougars gain a yard, the game is over. Floyd under center. He'll give. I think they have it. Where's the spot?
It's going to be another close one. That's going to be almost
half a yard short.
Right where it was.
I don't think they gave it to him. I thought he fell forward on the jumbo package that time. I think it's a half yard short. It's Ventura football.
Was that done with the carry?
I didn't see who had the carry through the inside.
I mean, he came flying over the line. They definitely hit him at the line. It's going to be very close, Matt, because he did extend. You're going to see here. That was Barnes, actually. And he's fighting every inch. He's clawing for every inch that he can. Here come the chains again. Let's see how this one shakes out.
I think this one's a half yard short. If they were a yard short at the 25, they're a half yard further ahead. And it is Ventura football, it seems. As the Cougars are a half yard short. So Ventura will get the ball with 40 seconds left on the game clock from their own 24.5-yard line, needing just a field goal right now in a 2-point ball game.
Please reset the play clock to 42 seconds. 42 seconds.
So it'll be 42 on
First
the game
down,
clock.
Ventura.
So huge stop right when you need it for Ventura, Jesse, and now the offense comes back out on the field. And you've got to imagine that they're going to fire the football around and have Preservin cut loose a little bit.
Here it comes. You're going to take a shot. Now, which side's going to pick up their team? Canyons defense rallied to the cry last time. Now Ventura's got to be feeling good. They get another crack at this. Here we go.
5 wide for Ventura here. Irvin by himself. 5-step drop. Looking. Throws it underneath. Pass caught by Newcomb. Across the 30. He's kept in bounds, I want to say. Clock stops at 34 as they say he got out of bounds. He'll throw here on 2nd down and 1. Onto the outside. Pass is caught. It was caught by Thomas, so a first down. Just 12 seconds off the clock. Ball up to the 36-yard line, 37-yard line of Ventura. Irvin now with Thomas in the backfield. They've got a little more options here. Got to get in range of Pimentel. Irvin to throw, needs to step up, still pointing, running towards the COC sidelines. He'll step out of bounds at the 41-yard line, but that took 7 seconds off the game clock. It'll leave 23.
Crucial time ticking down there. Did a nice job getting something. and getting out of there. The College of the Canyon's going to have to remain focused and steadfast here. You got to know your assignments, and you got to play all the way. This is it. Leave it all out on the field.
It's a 3-yard, 4-yard scamper that time, so we'll call it 2nd and 6. 3 wide out to the far side. Irvin, 5-step drop, looking, throws underneath, pass, juggled, caught Thomas, and he gets out of bounds, gained 2 yards, but just 16 left, and this is a big 3rd down. It's 4-down territory for sure for Ventura here, as they have no choice. They need 3.
You're going to see here Omohundro right in the neighborhood, just able to slip past him, get out of bounds. That might have been the ball game there, Matt, if he was able to hold him in.
So again, Ventura 4 wide, 2 split out to each side. Thomas in the backfield, and Ted Iacenda going to use one of his his final timeout and talk about things here as the Cougars want a chance to kind of set things up.
Yeah, you absolutely want everybody to know their assignment, be on the same page. You stress no penalties, nothing where, you know, you break your concentration and allow them to get a chunk play, put in for another shot. 16 seconds here, no timeouts. You're talking about maybe 2 plays unless they get out of bounds. Unless they keep them in bounds, that could be it. So Ventura probably looking for the sideline.
Well, that's the key right now. And if you're Canyons, you give them, I would say you give them the sideline. You take away anything over the middle of the field. You don't let them deep here, and I think that's what Ted Iacenda wanted to discuss was, hey, let's...
You just want to reiterate what the strategy is, what the situation dictates. Like we talked about, a lot of motion, a lot of things happen. It's easy to forget those things trying to make a play. Now's the time to stay disciplined, know your role, and execute.
3rd and 5 here for Ventura. Irvin on play action, looking, throws, incomplete, was trying over the middle for Eli Aragon, who the Cougars have shut out so far today. Aragon, who is a guy, 46 receptions, 603 yards coming into the game, has not made a reception today.
A dangerous ball. Omohundro again lurking, just a step off that. Following his man, couldn't get all the way back around to it. And so here we go, do or die for the Pirates. At least need a 1st down to continue this thing. Cougars are employing the Canyons faithful to rise to their feet, give them a little extra support here in the stands. Matt, this could be it. This has been a good one.
4th and 5. Ventura needing a 1st down with 11 seconds to go. Irvin looking, pump fakes, throws, pass, caught. Thomas pushed out of bounds to the 50-yard line, leaves 5 seconds on the game clock. It moves the play forward, though, for Ventura. They get another 1st down, but at this point for Ventura, it's end zone or nothing. I don't know if they're going to have enough time.
Again, nice job knowing the situation. You see him come back to make this catch. A little bit behind him, reels it in with one hand, and able to get just out of bounds. And there's the flag we talked about. Who's this going against?
It's going against COC.
You cannot do that. You cannot let that happen if that holds true.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 46 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
So Del Monte Barnes, it's going to march it up to the 35. It would be a 45-yard field goal, which is outside of Pimentel's long, which was 35, but now it gives Ventura a sure shot at the end zone and maybe even something short underneath. But with 5 seconds, I would say they're going end zone or nothing.
That's unfortunate to have that breakdown there. Coach Iacenda kind of wondering what happened, what was said, what was done. Didn't get a clear explanation on that. But here we go. You got to put it behind you and turn the page.
Cougars look like they're just going to bring 3 here. Irvin, 5-step drop. Going to have to run up, throws it out of play, and that is the ball game. It's incomplete. The Cougars come away with a 21-19 victory over Ventura to close out their 2023 season and end Ventura's bid for a perfect league season.
A tremendous job by College of the Canyons from start to finish. They get out of here with this one. Hats off to Ventura for a hard-fought ball game. They are stunned, thinking they should have one more play. There's a little bit of a...
I think it's just players in the middle of the field, just kind of...
Like we said, there's relationships out there, there's rivalries, and I think both sides A little, one side's excited, one side's stunned about how things wrapped up here. But a win for the Cougars.
A big win for COC. As they avenge a loss last season to Ventura, they take it 21-19 here at Cougar Stadium. They finish out their season 6-4 for Ventura. They fall to 7-3. We'll have to wait and see for Ventura on if they're going to get into the playoffs or if it's maybe Allen Hancock, as they're still playing today as well. But a good game for COC, a nice win, Jesse. Final thoughts from you as a 21-19 victory for College of the Canyons?
Just really proud of how College of the Canyons came out here, finished their season, fought to the finish, which is the mantra of our program. This I promise I'll never give up, and that was on full display here today. Also want to give another shout out to the SCV TV team. Tremendous working with that whole production team this week, and hope to have more of that in the future. And to all of our fans throughout the season, across the country and around the globe, hey, we appreciate you. This I promise, and go Cougs.
Cougs win at 21-19. Thank you.